before finally having a Stanley Cup final appearance in 2039. We fell, sadly, and now moving into the 2039-40 season, our 15th season in franchise history, we're trying to make this the one in which the final step will be taken. Welcome, Flamecraft. Welcome, Hobbs, one of our channel members. Welcome in, everybody, for this Monday stream. We have on StreamYard, I believe it's 3.5 hours left of streaming time in the month of March. Excuse me, let me put it like this. 3.5 hours of streaming left in the month of March. So between trying to do 3 episodes of HLM and even 1 of college hockey, maybe I'm going to try to do the free trial of a week or something to add extra hours. I don't think we're going to make it, but we will try and go through things a bit more quickly like we did last season, where we'll have scouting and player training be set to auto. And we'll try to run through an entire season and postseason in maybe 2 hours as opposed to like 3.5. So there you go. After a 53-24-5 season, and aside from the playoff records, we keep getting more wins every year. Back since since years number like 3 or 4. Then so from 10 to 16 to 27, 37, 47, 49, 52, 53 wins. Can we get 54 plus in year number 15? Let's see what happens. Ranked number 2 in the NHL right now, dead last from 33rd to 29-5, and top 2 the last couple seasons. In this 2039 draft, we have our first, couple seconds, couple thirds, couple fourths. We'll see what happens from there. Salary cap wise, we should be okay for this season. Is the year after might show a couple, what's the word I'm looking for? There might be some issues with the salary cap moving into this next season. So in 38-39, I'm a bit confused here because it says they're exactly. So Krupp, Hakanson, and Rubrick have 1 more year on their contract, but Dobson, Guerin, Kane, those guys need contracts. But we do have like 26 million to play with. Ian, can't wait to watch this later as a video. That's the beauty of it being on YouTube, my friend. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Yeah, so there's not that much to take care of. Welcome, Cagney, one of our channel members as well. Get those shrooms in here. Having a better goaltender would be great if we get some growth over there. Yeah, that's what killed us. Now it's all coming back to me. The injury to the goaltender in the Stanley Cup final, having Gunnarsson be our goalie in the Cup finals, what lost us that cup, I think. So if we could just stay healthy, we've got to work on the staff as well this offseason. So let's re-sign everybody for now, except for the physios probably. But ECHL head coaches and blah, blah, blah can all be re-signed. Dylan DeMello down there. Decline. Yeah, of course, because he could be an NHL coach by now, right? The guy, you're what overall are you? Okay, here is 2 million. Thank you. His overall is 14. You're not that special, man. Come on. Jean-Pierre Vigier. 62, this guy. There you go. And Christopher Oliver. These guys are greedy, man. ECHL, man. We made 2 finals in 3 years, but can't win it. We've won before in the ECHL, but Pelly as a scout, get him extended. Already give him a preemptive extra 100K. Not even enough. A couple 100K. There you go. All right, and for the physios, maybe we'll wait till July 1st, till other teams have their contracts expire. Yeah, let's wait on July 1st. Gavin, welcome to the stream, my friend. All right, so here we go, entering the draft. We don't need to make any trades salary cap-wise, but we could always consider what's out there. We have picks 32, 37, 65. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks within the top 100, 3 picks in the top 65, 2 picks in the top 37. But picks 32 and 37, do we package those picks to get 1 higher pick? If there's some, like, let's say, in theory, I didn't even look at anything yet. Let's say, in theory, we want pick 20 from San Jose. If we want pick 20 from San Jose, would our 2 seconds get it done? Or sorry, our late first and our second there? No, not even that. So it would take 32, 37, and 65 to even move up like 12 spots. So I don't think I see us moving up, honestly. I'd be shocked if we move up. Unless there's someone we want like just on the fringes of the 20s. Like all these guys up here, don't even think about them, honestly. But if there's someone in the, maybe if we say like 20 to 30 range. Pong from South Korea. Laporte, goaltender. Who's this guy? Rod Laporte. Fermez la porte. That would be fun to say. Barker, Ho, Lesage. Yeah. Defenseman from France. are doing playoffs today. We'll try. We'll try and squeeze it all into one stream, but we have to try and we have to conserve some time a little bit because we only have 3.5 hours of streaming left in the month of March on StreamYard. Sidu, right wing playmaker. Right wing playmaker, I think, stands out the most. We need playmakers in this system. We desperately need playmakers in our system. So I could see us trading up a little bit to try and guarantee that we get Sidu, Tyler Sidu. He's not a guarantee either. 28 points in 68 games. Doesn't stand out like crazy. 61-58 on the attributes. Meanwhile, a guy like Lesage, 65, 67. Barker, 65, 64. Laporte's probably a decent overall as well. So if we want to trade up to, let's say, I don't know, 26 even, that's no guarantee that we get him. But if we did want to trade up to 26 range, so the Sharks have a bunch of firsts. Okay, so give us 24. Keep your other firsts. Give us 24. I'll give you 32 and 65. Would that get it done? Not even close. Wow. Out of 32, 37, and 65, just to move up like 7 picks. Okay, so I'm doing all this talking for nothing because we're not going to bother trading. Forget it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see the first pick here. Penguins take Couture, medium elite, 77 overall centerman. Next is Valek, 72 high elite. And third is Beauchamp, who's 75 absolute elite. So going from medium to high to absolute potential. Beauchamp, a goaltender, going to the Predators, already a 75 overall out of the draft. Oh, my. All right, so here we go. Oh, you know what? Some guys have dropped. Not the guys we wanted, but some guys have dropped. All right, so, and who just went? Those playmakers, what did they end up being in the end? So Laporte ended up being 70 medium starter. So we were looking at Sidu, who was medium elite. Oh, this is medium elite Sidu. He went at 28. The other playmaker was Stefan, high top 6. Horn, high top 6. Krupp was medium elite there. Is this guy related to Hildebrand Krupp? No, I don't think so. Daniel Krupp. Doesn't say that he's related to anybody. Too bad. But it was the value. I'm not going to trade 32, 37, and 65 just to trade and go up like 6 spots. So at 32, we could go for Barker. Best player available, you would think. 86 potential overall. But do we want another centerman? There's this guy, Ho. Chaewon Ho from South Korea. Love that. And then there's a 2-way forward, Guthrie. 62, 64 with 88 potential overall. Danny Guthrie. That looks pretty interesting, actually. Yeah, Gen Z says Guthrie, just as I was thinking that. 2-way forward. Maybe we could change his player type or something. We're already doing that with a couple players, or at least one guy in our system. Yeah, if J1 is anything like Randy, it's a steal. Yeah, Randy Ho in our Bruins series. Barker might be better, but I think Guthrie is more of an organizational need. Might just be high top 9, but I'm feeling it. So let's do it. Danny Guthrie from the OHL, 2-way forward, 17 years of age. Welcome to Palermo. Benvenuto, amico mio. High top 9. Just like last year. Our first guy ends up being high top 9. And Barker was low top 6. That's a different Barker. LePans, we pick again at 37. Actually, hold on. Who might be here at 37? Ho is medium top 9. Will the other Barker still be here? Bar goes. Okay, so you know what? Here at 37, do we go for, so Chaewon, by the way, was medium top 9. So good pick to not go after him. Now, with pick 37, now do we take Barker? Mraz. Yeah, I think Barker's probably the guy here. He dropped 3 spots. He used to be ranked 21st. He's probably dropping for a reason. It might hurt us, but I don't see how we can't. I don't think we can't go. I don't think we can't not go Barker. Any thoughts from the AGMs here before we pull the trigger? We'll give the AGMs the first right of refusal. Well, there's no... it's Barker or Mraz for me. Yeah, Mraz is a defenseman. 58-60 on the overalls. Carol Mraz. Yeah, I'm going to go Barker. I'm going to go for best player available at this point. Graham Barker. He is medium top 9. What a joke. High top 9 and medium top 9. Who else was out here? Low top 9, low top 6, fourth line potential, low top 6, seventh D. What was Mraz? Low top 4, fourth line potential. Mraz was medium top 4. Oh, we're just so bad. We're just so bad. All right. At 65, the guy ranked 33rd is still there with 75 potential overall. Yeah, for good reason. Rough draft so far. Yarvin and all these centermen. I'm so sick of all these centermen. Every single time, all these centermen. Kelman is here at 86. Maybe we trade down to take him. McGrath. Any good playmakers out here? No playmakers. But Kelman at 86 as a defenseman could be interesting. Could we trade down closer to 80? I mean, we already pick at 74. We pick at 74 already. Maybe we go Yarvinen, but we want another centerman, yet another centerman. Howell might be interesting too, but they're all centermen. Yarvinen was ranked 40. He's dropped to 56. All right, we're going Yarvin. Juha. Oh, Hobbsy says, what does Eldebrink look like? Eldebrink. 52, 53. No stats available. Watch him be high top 9. We're trying to get a good D, especially after missing Mraz. True, but we'll get him with 74. All right, Yarvinen with, hey, medium top 6. Thank goodness. Medium top 6 potential. Howell was low top 9, then back up, depth potential. The guy ranked at 33. Eldebrink had high fourth line potential. Yarvinen medium top 6. All right, we go to pick 74. Hopefully that defenseman is there at 83. Yes, no. Hold on. Kelman, yes, he's still there. Thank goodness. No one else really stands out to me at all. So Kelman will be the guy. Let's do it. Roman Kelman. Welcome aboard. Medium top 4. So I think the same as last year's draft, our guys who we drafted 3 and 4 are better than the guys who we took 1 and 2. Okay. On to pick 98 now. The guy at 61 is still there. 85, 87. Heward might be the guy, but all these centermen, I'm furious. 85, a sniper, rank 113. 50 and 50 for the stats. 50 and 52. Heward, Andre Heward. He's a Canadian. 87 potential overall. This guy's 85 with low something. All right, let's just, I don't want to break my head over this. Heward, medium top 6. Let's go. Next is at 107. We're about to pick again anyways. Then depth potential. Okay. We can still get that guy we want anyways. Yeah, Morrison is still there. Heward was the pick before for sure. Do we go after this guy has 78? Oh, that's potential overall. Sorry, I thought it said offense. Draft turned out all right after the first 2. Yeah. Anyone high potential overall left? Morrison's the highest guy. All right, Morrison it is. Roland Morrison. There was an Italian. Oh, he had low top 9. There's an Italian. Oh, Persico. My bad. Persico. Excuse me. Persico. Eugenio Persico from Ancona. My bad. I missed on him. Pick at 131. Let's see what he ends up being. Persico. If somebody takes him. Nobody wants to take him. Hakala, fourth line potential. Persico's up next. Is someone going to take him? We're getting closer to our pick. Persico. He was medium 7th D. All right, worked out. Pick 131 now. Depth just went. Trade these picks and call it a day. Maybe go after one of these guys. Right wing, 2-way forward. Roop with 45, 47 as his overalls. Gustav Roop. Horrible. And this, why do we always know nothing about these players? We know nothing about these guys. Highest potential overall is 84. Laxo. All right, I'm taking Lassie Laxo and then trading the rest of the picks. Fourth line potential. Goodbye, Laxo. All right, so sim to user, and let's trade these picks. This guy jumped 1,262 spots. Congrats. Okay. Find trade. Okay, Columbus, you want to do it? Actually, I don't even want that. Okay, hold on. Here's the 6th and the 7th. Plus, who's the guy I just drafted? Let's dump some of these random guys. Minor potential. We have enough space to get rid of these guys now. We have enough players in our organization. Let me trade these 5 pieces to a team that wants, hey, 3 of them. Great. Carolina, take these bums and give me a 3rd round pick next year. No. Gonna get a 5th round pick next year. Yeah. So a 6th and a 7th for a 5th. I can do that. Thank you. So we got a 5th next year. So now next year's draft, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2 5ths, 6th, and 7th. There you go. All right, so there's our draft. A couple top 9s, a couple top 6s, top 4D, and call it a day. There you go. Exit the draft. Not our best and not our worst. Definitely not good, but not our best, not our worst. One of our worst. Maybe dump some center prospects we don't need. Yeah, we'll wait and see who grows and who doesn't, but definitely semi-pro potential by like 20 years of age. We can start getting rid of those guys. Islanders beat us for the cup. What a heartbreak. All right, here we go. Who's expiring? How much cap space do we have? 27.5 million. So Guerin wants a lot of money. I don't mind signing guys when we have money. We can always just trade them later on. First, let's look at the age. Unsigned guys who are getting older. 4th line potential, 7th D potential. Okay, starter potential, Kusa. Sign him so we can control his development a bit more. Lamb, yeah, guys who are 20 now. Let's start starting these guys who are in their 20s. Jacob Berg. So Lamb, Berg, Korotkov. Yeah, all these guys who are 20. Get in here. We have a ton of contract spots. Yeah, we have 20 contracts. We have a ton of contract spots. We're cleaning house a little bit. We traded out these semi-pro potential guys. We're getting rid of these. We've had a few, a few years of some decent drafts over time. Butch Hamilton, Skirbick, yeah. Let's go from there. Who are the UFAs? I'd love to keep Dobson, but I don't think we can afford him more than like a year. Omar Reimer is going to walk all these guys now at this point. Omar Reimer, goodbye. Ricardo Sims, goodbye. Kyle Ramsey, goodbye. Who's this? Chris Woods, minor potential, goodbye. And Sitnikov, semi-pro potential, goodbye. Okay. Who are the RFAs? Guerin, Washington has been good. Kalinin, meh. Gunnarsson has to prove himself still. 1 year for him. Yarvempa, 1 year for him. Makinen, 1 year for all these guys. Kane, same thing. I can't. Actually, he's willing to go. Yeah. All right. So let's go long term. And worst case, we just trade him out without any trade conditions or clause. That'll be an easy contract to trade. We have the money right now, so let's do it. Between 5.5 and 5.1. Okay, so 5.35. Let's 5.375 for 8 years on Mario Kane. Uskenbeev, he's a bum. Between 3.75 and 3. Okay, so 3.65 for 1 year on Uskenbeev. Let's see if he grows at all. And let's advance the date from here. So a lot of people should be saying yes. Wonderful. Everybody says yes. That gets us up to 34 contracts and still like 16 million of cap space. So UFAs just Dobson. RFAs just pretty much Guerin and Washington. Unsigned guys, 4th line, 7th D. 7th D offensive, medium 7th D. High top 60. Yeah, Jordy Murphy. We'll sign him. Low top 6 forward. Okay. Might just keep it at that. UFA's Dobson. We have, what, 16 million? So the priority is Guerin. That's kind of crazy money that he wants. Same thing as the guy we just signed. What's his name? We'll give you 8 Mario Kane. We'll give you the 8 years, but you're not going to stay for 8 years. We can't afford that for more than like a year, probably. Between 9.75 and 9. Let's try 8 years and 9.5 for Martin Guerin. Grinbergs to say a 7th D. Sure. Bum. Rondo. Trummer. Do we have enough goalies? Do we have goalies in our system? Ellsworth, Gunnarsson, then Kusa and Flowers. Yeah, Trummer. I think we're going to let Trummer walk, actually. Gregor Trummer, former 4th-round pick, spent a year in the ECHL. 40, 9, and 5, but allowed 8.6 goals above expected. But you never know, these guys sometimes grow, and if there's an injury, so we'll keep him for 1 year while we can. Next up, everybody accepts. Great. So that brings us up to 191 million, 40 contracts. Good, 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 good. So RFAs, hold on. Unsigned, we're going to leave them there. RFAs, Washington and Kalinin. Kalinin we can keep on whatever. Washington wants cheap, 2.725. Now, same thing. We're going to go long-term, cheap, and then trade. Good idea trading those picks and players. Thank you, Ian. Much love, buddy. 1.9, 1.75. Okay, so 1.825 for 8 years on Kelly Washington. What do you think? Nice. Okay. And finally, just Roland Dobson. We love him. How much money do we have? 7.8 million is our max. 7.825. 2 years. He has high interest in that. I will give him the 2 years, but we're going to have to let him. We're going to have to probably trade him after this next year. Between 7 million and 7.5, so 7.25 on Roland Dobson, the pride of the Northwest Territories, and he's on board. Good. So that's it. We just made it in with, just squeezing under the $200 million salary cap. And keep in mind, the salary cap is like double what it would be in the real world, right? We can give extensions. We can think about extensions to Krupp, Hakanson. I don't know about Rubric. That's it. The unsigned guys, we're at 43 contracts. I don't know if we need to sign any of them. Let's move on. July 1st now. And July 1st, contracts expiring. All right. I won't show us here. That's odd. I have to do it myself. Hildebrand Krupp, what he wants? 8 by 19.625. Remember, things are doubled, so that's almost, he wants 10 million basically in our world. How much? We'd have 42.4 million in cap space. We can get it down how far? We can get it down to, yeah, between 17.6 and 16.4. Difference of 1.2 million at 600. So 8 by 17. 8 by 17, a little less than Marini, would be the offer to Hildebrand Krupp. Hakanson, we really want to keep Hakanson. That guy's like the heart of the blue line. Ruby's a year or two away from regression. Yeah, Rubric, I'm not going to extend Rubric, that's for sure. Harris has to change his player type. We'll see. But that's that. All right, so now we sim to Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. Does Krupp extend at 17.5 for 8 years? Hildebrand Krupp of like a 3rd or 4th round pick. What a gem of a find that was. We had 2 50-goal scorers this season. We need those playmakers in our lineup. Krupp still scored 30 goals. There you go. 8 by 17 on Hildebrand Krupp. And Hakanson has a 2 or 3 years before it as well. Yes. All right, let's sim to the Hall of Fame. Always a scam in the Hall of Fame, but let's see. Pasternak, Vasilevsky, Point, Marner, and Kachuk. Oh my goodness. There's the class right there. Last year was Kyle Connor, Connor Hellebuck, and Jake Gensel. So all these guys are going to get nominated without us. We're going to keep on nominating Pecorine, maybe. I don't know. How many championships? Osgood, 3 cups. Who else has a lot of cups here? 2 cups for John Carlson. Still can't get his respect. Kirill Kaprizov. He didn't get in the first time. That's crazy. Kirill's got to get in there. Come on, Kirill. We'll give Kirill the nomination. Aiden Hill is here. What? We'll give Kirill the nomination. Hey, look, no one's being nominated except for the top guys. So Pasternak, Vasilevsky. Then who gets the last one? Between 0 cups for Marner, 2 cups for Point. Got to be Point. Osgood, no one's going to vote for Osgood. Well, Waddle, welcome to the stream. Pasternak, Vasilevsky, Point, and Kaprizov. Come on, Kaprizov's got to get in there. 685 goals. I know not all of them were in the NHL. If we look at this, I have to go the long way around. Kaprizov scored 685 goals in the NHL. Come on. How is he not in? Confirm the votes. Boom. There you go. Oh, I saw 4 people. I thought that meant he was getting in. Wow. So Pasternak, Vasilevsky, Point, and Marner all make it in as first ballot Hall of Famers, but Kirill Kaprizov waits another day. So Pasternak, Vasilevsky, both unanimous. Point with 32 out of 33, and Marner was just 30 out of 33, not including ours. Didn't get our vote. But Kaprizov waits another day. That's ridiculous. Class of 4 players for the first time in a long time. Last time we had 4 players in a class was the class of 2033. Crosby, Hedman, Giroux, Letang. All right, moving on to beginning of next season. Leave that like if you haven't already for some good luck, for some off-season growth. Cross your fingers, leave the like, and let's see. Oh, and hopefully no regression either. We want growth, yes, and regression, no. It's time for that final step. Year 15, let's get that cup. Fintan, welcome to the stream, buddy. Let's get that cup before guys like Rubric and everybody are gone. This is probably Rubric's last season, the original Portobello. We lost in the cup final last year against the Islanders. We had 2 50-plus goal scores, but it wasn't enough. Marini had the most assists. That was fun. Big trades around the league. Okay, this guy's getting paid $28.3 million. That's still $14.15 million in today's numbers with the salary being doubled. All right, continuing into the next season. Ovechkin getting his big contract with the Caps. Let's start simulating. Oh, I never did the update to the staff. Not too late, but still. So we need more prevention. Maybe Phaneuf out. Anyone with higher than 16 prevention? 17 prevention. Samuelson. He must be head physio, though. Yeah, that's the problem. He must be head physio. The best normal physio has 16. So we're stuck with the same guys, same staff. All right, here we go. Cross your fingers. This is the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Tremor +7. That's why we signed him. Exactly. Our head of player development. We'll check in a sec. Krotkov +4. Good. Hjort +2. Now at 91 overall. No, we didn't win the cup. We lost in the cup final. Oknura up to a 78. Finally, a little bit of growth from him. Steve Lamb, some growth. Okay. +1. Torquio to an 82. That doesn't even matter. Gunnarsson +1. What a joke. Garcia -1. Guerin -1. Dobson -1. Guys are making crazy money. So good thing we're not committed to them long term in terms of like trade clauses. We can move them at any time. Guerin, Dobson, Garcia, all guys making crazy contracts. All -1 for them. That is disgusting. Mighty Joe Maple, welcome to stream, buddy. That is disgusting. All right, let's get these going, then get the players in the right leagues, do the preseason. Let's get it on. Get all the right balances going. Oops. Balance usually for everybody. It's rare that I don't do balanced. Guillemette, yeah, we'll go defense. Last year here, Ergshov, Boivin, Laxo, and Kelman, who just drafted, yes. All right, there's player development. Garcia, still working on him. Head of player development, you said, where is he? Oh no. I re-signed everyone except for the head of player development and the AGM. Oh no. Where's our agent? It was Gotch though, right? Okay. Whew, Sasha Gotch. Stay on board as assistant GM. We've been building you, man. Okay. Stays on as AGM. And head of player development was it Mike Knubel? Yes. Whew, that was a close one. That was a close one. Everyone else is still on board. Can we hire any scouts? I don't think so. No, no rules eligible. Good. That was a close one. Sim to preseason. They're telling me the scouts are ready to go. Yes. All right, so we'll do the auto assign for now, and we'll have to come back and make sure that they're always going back to the right groups. Specialty tree now. Can we do any updates here? Yeah, we definitely could. So Sasha Gotch has 3,700. Active specialties for Sasha Gotch are clutch, experience, and dealer. Do we want to upgrade any of those? Maybe clutch. I don't know. And then Tourigny has communicator and clutch. Maybe clutch for the GM and communicator for the coach. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Yeah, so we're going to do communicator for Tourigny up to the next level. Now from 2.5% to attributes being effective attributes by 3.75%. Boom, communicator. Tourigny to gold, level 3 communicator. Sasha Gotch is going to go to clutch, the next level of clutch, so we can do a bit better in the playoffs. Clutch level 3. Upgrade. Done. Mike Knubel, who else do we have XP points for? XP for. Ed Jovanovski. Jovanovski has intelligence, so scout efficiency, and discovery of gems. So scout efficiency would probably be most important. And Kaintal just for prevention. Come on, it has to be a big year. Come on. Jovanovski, scout efficiency to level 3, now up to 15%. Very good. Intel 3. Kaintal, can we go to the next level of prevention? No, we need another 1,000 XP. We can accelerate healing time, but I'd prefer the prevention. And finally, Mike Knubel. Is anything we can do for Mike Knubel? No. All right, so there are upgrades. Very good. There are our upgrades. Didn't do anything else. Very good. Sim to the preseason now. Let the preseason be the preseason. Let the game do what it wants for the preseason. No problem. Sim through it. 5-3 loss. 5-4 win. 5-2 loss. 12-2 loss. What? You what? 12-2 loss. 6-5 overtime loss. And 6-2 win. Gnome Donash had 7 points in 3 games. Good old Gnome. Okay, so now let's see who's going where before it gets too deep into October and we can't send people the right spots. All right, extra players. Barranca. I want to keep Barranca if I could. Torquio might be a guy who gets dumped. Because Barranca could get claimed on waivers if he's waiver eligible. Let me hold him for a second. Everyone else is low enough of an overall that they're going to go. Carlotti is still a question mark in my mind too. Yeah, Gunnarsson will stay. So if we say move these players, AHL, yes. Butch Hamilton. I suppose we're going to send you the OHL then. ECHL, you're still going to be yellow, so we'll send you the OHL. Green, green, green. Yeah, Skenbeev. No waivers, so that's good. Luther Elsner. ECHL. Tony Koivisto. ECHL. Ollie Heikkinen. OHL. Renat Ergashov. ECHL. Martin Skirbic, QMJHL. Jordy Murphy, QMJHL. So I think we have to hold on to Torquio as an Italian. Yeah, it'd be hard to let go of him. Yari Kusa, red no matter where. So ECHL. Mike Flowers, also ECHL. But Jordy Murphy, you know what? Like some of these guys, should we send them to the like OHL or ECHL where it's an orange league, but we can control their development, right? Let me hold on these guys. Let me hold off for a second on those guys. Everyone else, AHL and ECHL can go. Yes. But now, if we look, is there enough room in the lineup for these guys? AHL, hold on, cancel. Best lines AHL. Best lines ECHL. Yeah, there'd be a lot of room for these guys. Okay, NHL roster moves. Can Berg go down, or is that going to hurt him? Who can go down, Branko or Berg? They could both go down. Okay, so Hamilton, I know it would be Green in a different league, but let's at least have him be in a league where we can control his growth a bit more. All these guys in the ECHL leagues, they're old enough now. They're all 20. Baranka would do well in the AHL, and so would Berg. It's a tough one. Let's talk about that in a sec. Hold on. Send those guys down. So in our lineup now, Nickel, Marini, Nomdonash, 2 50-goal scorers together. No, probably got to put Krupp on the first line. Yeah, Nickel, Marini, Krupp, Nomdonash. Does Rubric play center? I don't think so. Sniper, sniper, sniper. Still need a second line playmaking centerman. We can't. It's a draft to glory. We can only draft our players. That's the problem. Yeah, Washington and Kane will go there. Hakanson, Zupon, Hjort, Woodward, Ellsworth, Gunnarsson, Garcia last year, 47 points, playing 13 minutes a night. Benjamin Garcia. What are his faceoffs? 18 faceoffs. You guys are horrible at taking faceoffs. Rubric, 29 faceoffs. Gurin, 21 faceoffs. Okay, he's better than here. Harris, 41 faceoffs. Okay. Dobson plays over Torquio in my mind. England, 30 faceoffs. What was Gurin? 21 faceoffs. Carlalti, 8 faceoffs. I've never seen lower than that. 8 on the faceoffs. So maybe something like this is the lineup. So then we got Berg here. Jakob Berg, former 5th-round pick. We just signed him. He has top 6 potential. And then there's even Baranka, former 2nd-round pick. Spent last year in the AHL. Had really good numbers. Do we send them both down? 8 for faceoffs. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's send them both down. Oops. We'll send them both to the AHL. Cancel. And down in the AHL, how do they fit the lineup there? They fit nicely. Alcanura gets bumped off the top line, though. That's the only thing. Still a strong top 6 at least. And the ECHL, yeah, our guys get some ice time, which is good. Murphy, guys like that. Okay. Torquio stays as the scratch. And I'm not convinced with Rubric as second-line center, but he had a resurgence season a couple of years ago, 43 points, 6 points in 3 games in the preseason. We'll start with Rubric at second-line center. That's a big need we have to fill. Contract-wise, like moving into next year, when we need more money, Gurin making $9.5 million as a bottom 6 guy, gone. Garcia making $10.35, gone. Again, keep in mind that salaries are doubled in the real world right now, with the cap space being like $200 million, but still. I've rarely seen faceoffs below 60 for a center in my HLN 26 playthrough, and never less than 40. And now here we are, Michael, with guys at 8 faceoffs. Oops, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Lovic there, Nomdonash there. We said England here. Dobson there. And once Harris changes his player type with his high offensive stuff, we'll have him higher in the lineup probably. Is there any point? Is there going to be a Palermo merch at some point? I would love there to be. I would love there to be. I got to figure out how that would happen, the best way for that to happen. Plus, I want it to be like a release at 10,000 subs. Might take some time to get there still. It's been slowly but surely. But I would love to get Palermo merch going. I don't know. Would people buy it? I don't know. I mean, I'm down towards some Palermo merch. Okay. Special units, not special teams. Let me just lock everybody, then I can still move them around after. Harris gets power play time, really? Okay. Who's missing on the power play? Do we have time to rubric on the power play? Garcia on the power play even? Well, Hjort and Woodward can go there. Nickel can go here. The 250 goal scorers. Should we split up the 250 goal scorers? I don't know. Maybe a playmaker should probably be there. Harris is a good playmaker, good passing, even though he's not a strong centerman or a strong two-way. Not high overall. He has good playmaking. Palermo merch would be elite. I'm down. That'll be fun. 87 defense from Krupp. Lovic 87. Yeah, he has a little extra ice time probably. We'll leave it for Lovic. Swap these guys around. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is our lineup moving into year number 15. Draft to glory. We've built this team from the ground up, and now we're ready for the regular season for 2039-40. Let's sim to the first game of the season and get started. Season opener will be against the Detroit Red Wings, who went 0-5-1 in the preseason. Year number 15 starts now. Looking to take that final step and to win a Stanley Cup this evening. Monday, March 16th, 2026. Let's do it. For all our from scratch franchises should get one. Brooklyn, Honolulu, San Francisco, Palermo. So Brooklyn, Honolulu, and San Francisco, all those logos, I've seen this before because I remember X-Tech tried to sell merch for his Saskatchewan Stags series. Those logos that you have in the create a logo, blah, 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 whatever, are owned by EA. So you can't really sell merch with those logos. Palermo, we made that logo, or Hobbsy did. So we could. But for Brooklyn, Honolulu, San Francisco, that would not be a possibility. Maybe we could get away with it, but I don't know if we want to even try. Let's set the first trainings of the year. Yeah, we lost Mike Knuble, so I don't know what was going on already. Okay, shot blocking. Let Marini finish that. Who else was getting some attention here? Lovic, good. Finish your shot blocking. And Uskenbeev, sure. Actually, he's in the AHL. We don't need to do it with him. Uskenbeev can do it with his AHL coach. Who else has potential down here? Berg. Berg is a two-way forward. A two-way centerman. Like, who do we turn in? Do we turn some of these guys into playmakers? Maybe Berg we turn into a playmaker. Hold on. Okay, let's finish off his offensive awareness. 168 days left. So no, Harris, 168 days till he becomes a playmaker. Maybe he's our guy. Data gets sued by EA. He countersues to force them to improve their games. That would be great. I think a loophole for that would be instead of the logos, it's just text where the logo would normally go. Yes, that would be the loophole for sure. Yeah, well said. I'd probably need someone who knows what they're doing to help me out. No one really has any potential left. Yeah, no one can grow aside from Woodward. So what if we pause Lovic with Knuble, put Knuble with Rob Johnson? It's going to take a few more days, but two-way forwards are fine. Yeah, we just need a playmaker in our top 6. That's the thing. In the system, Berg. And it takes like 2 seasons to change player type. Okay, we're going to go to passing on Berg. And Karatkov was being worked on. Yeah, work on his passing. Actually, no, he's in the AHL now. Karatkov can get the AHL coach. Yeah, let's do all the AHL and ECHL and come back to the head of player development. Just a sec here. Lamb, yes, he's going to be a good one. He's a sniper. Keep working on the offensive awareness, let's say. Dylan DeMello. We have some good guys in the ECHL this season. Just work on the shooting. Quavisto there. Elsner. Passing. Flowers with elite potential, but he's a goalie, so you can't really work with him, sadly. Skirbic, defensive awareness. And finally, Murphy, high top 6. Yeah. Let's do Murphy. Passing for Murphy. All right, that leaves who's left now in the system who has potential. Flowers, goalies, no, can't, sadly, really. McMahon, high top 4. Yarvinen, medium top 6. Collins, medium top 6. Vitas. Weren't we working on Vitas a little bit? No, I don't think so. Come on. One of these guys. Heward, Kelman. Collins is a 62. Sure. 30 days on his passing. We'll let the computer do the rest from here. So we did that, and then they can do the rest. So we set it up to start, and let's get started. First game of the season on the road at Little Caesars against the Detroit Red Wings. Captains are still set properly, I hope. Let's just check that before we get started. Is it roster management? Yeah. Numbers. Dupont captain, Rubrick and Hansen as the alternates. Yes, very good. And for franchise records, just take a peek of where things sit right now. Let that load. Records for Palermo. All-time records. Yes, this is all-time records. So Ryan Rubrick closing in on 1,000 games played as a Portobello. Same for Landon Dupont, who should get there this season, hopefully, if he stays healthy. Noam Donash, the first 300-goal scorer in franchise history. Dupont, close to 500 assists. Points. Noam Donash and Rubrick both passed 600. Noam Donash now also number 1 in franchise history with 602 points. Dupont should hit 600. Hansen should hit 500. Anything else? Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's start this season on the road against the Red Wings. Game 1 of year 15. Let's get it started. What are your predictions as well, ladies and gentlemen? Will we continue? First shot of the season goes in. It's Hildebrand Krupp. Will we continue to get better every season? If we would continue that trend, which has been like 8 years in a row of having more wins every season, it would mean we're going to win 54 games or more. We won 53 last year. What are your predictions for this season? Let me know. Let's see who gets closest. But 1-0 Palermo after 20. Hildebrand Krupp with the opening goal. We scored twice early in the second. 3 seconds in, Noam Donash scores. And then, 9 seconds, 7, 9. Wait, hold on. I can't even speak here. Krupp scores his second. So Krupp scores to start the second period, 3 seconds in, Noam Donash from Lovic. And then 12 seconds into the period, so 9 seconds later, Dobson from Carlalti and Hjort. Hjort gets his 200th assist, and then Krupp scores his second from Marini and Hansen. 4-0 Palermo here halfway through this game. Cagney says 55 wins. All right, bold. I like it. Power play Palermo. We're close to calling it a night here. 55 Dobson. Hobbsy says the same. Noam scoring 60 plus. He has the franchise record of 53 goals in a season, I believe it is, right? We had 2 50-goal scorers last year. Let's call it a night. This one ends 4-0, the final. Ellsworth gets the 23rd shutout of his career. Krupp with 2 goals. Noam Donash with a goal. 24 saves from Ellsworth for the shutout. Fully healthy and ready to rock and roll. Let's get into the calendar and let's get excited. Mighty Joe calling 59 dubs. I love it. Let's go definitely see the Islanders whenever the Islanders pop up. But let's start simulating. Let's go see the next update of growth. Rondeau, best lines in the AHL. What a win to start the season. On the road against the Canucks. Englund out for 2 weeks right after that. 4-3 loss. So Harris comes up. Torquio goes in. There you go. Blue chemistry. Beautiful. Not out for long. No problem. Penguins are 0-3 to start their season with Liam Tepp, really. Bushelnikov, legend. There we go. 5-4 overtime loss, 3-0 win, 6-4 win, 5-4 win, 4-3 overtime loss, 7-3 win, 5-2 win. Great start here. 6-1-2 through our first 9 games. Harris, how you looking? Stats. Harris has 1 point in 9 games. All right, let's put everybody back to how they were. Very good. And lock England there. Stay healthy, boys. Stay healthy. 6-1-2. 8-2 win. 4-1 win. 5-4 loss. Rondo is back. 2-1 win. Into the month of November now. Let's see what kind of growth we get with an 8-1-1. Sorry, 9-2-2 record. 21 points from Hildebrand Krupp to lead the way right now. 9 goals from Nickel. 14 assists from Krupp. And we'll go through 2 more games here before we pause. Let's check the inbox. It takes a little slow. It's getting slower and slower as the years go on, understandably. 4-1 win and 7-1 win. Woo! 11-2-2, sitting atop the NHL right now. All right, let's see. Marini leads the 3 stars of October, 21 points in 14 games. Krupp, the 2nd star, with 23 points. And Cale Nickel, the 3rd star, with 20 points. All 3 stars of the month are from Palermo. Who would have thunk it? Okanura up to an 80 overall now. Yes, Berg to an 82, Baranka to an 81. That's big growth in the AHL already. Big growth already in the AHL. All right, let's fix the lines then in the AHL. If there's growth like that, let's make sure everyone's getting in the right spots. Best lines. Okay, they just swapped around a couple things there. Good. And in the ECHL, for any growth happening there, best lines for them, just a change of the defensive sides. Okay, good. Let's make sure we're always at our best. Through those first, how many games now? 15 games, 26 points from Krupp, 24 from Marini, 23 from Nickel, 21 from Hjort. Woodward with 17. How many point per game plus players do we have here? We have 5 point per game plus players. Dupont 12, Lovic 11. Noam Donash only 3 goals? What? 3 goals? How come his ice time is so low? Oh, they swapped Noam Donash and Nickel. I would put Noam Donash back in the first line, but can we? Okay, so let's swap them on the power play at least. No, sorry. But no, Nickel's the 91 over, the higher overall, and is producing like crazy. So I'll give Noam Donash first unit power play, but I don't think I can change up that first line with how it's simulating right now. Rubric only 7 points. Yeah. England with 1 point in 8 games. The bottom 6 is not doing much. Garcia has had some success. Let's try Garcia back at second line center. Garcia has had success there before. Let's try that. Even Carlotti has had success before, but let's try that. Yeah, we want Noam Donash to get rolling a little bit here. There we go. 3-1 win, 4-1 win. Let's do 3 games with those lineups. Garcia auto assign and 4-3 loss. Mark Harris out for 2 months. Mark Harris out for 2 months. Stats, Garcia. Okay, Noam Donash. Okay. So Torquio comes in. Carlotti to center. Might have to be like that. That's a tough injury for Mark Harris. Now at special teams. Center will be Garcia. He'll get ice time there, I guess. We'll put Rubric. He's still the higher offense. Okay. Actually, let's go see a game. Yeah. Let's go see the Cats. They're 6-10-2. Let's go. Big win here. Big win, boys. Eli McCamey's on this team. I just noticed that. Eli McCamey, Red Wings legend. Let's see it now here. 1-0 Panthers. Great. Oh, I see a little Noam Donash action here in this game in Florida. Power play, Palermo killed off. Got to find that second line center that works. There you go. Guerin from Hansen and Rubric, his 4th. Martin Guerin, 5 points in 18 games. He had 26 points last year. A little more ice time this year. 4th season ice time keeps going up a little bit more each year. His potential is locked in now as well. 2-1 Frollo. Then Garcia ties it from Lovic. Very good. Garcia at second line center. That might be the jump that he needs. Power play Panthers killed off one more that can just, I want to sim through it. No, Parker makes it 3-2 Florida. All right, I don't have enough patience here. 5-2 the final. I wasn't convinced by that one. Losing team. You find the speed of sim is all messed up? No, I wouldn't say the speed is messed up. What do you mean by messed up? All right, that was an ugly loss. And still no Islanders, eh? Oh, there they are. In Long Island in 2 or 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks. 20 days. All right, Ottawa signed the training's going. 1-0 shutout victory. Nice. Keith Woodward out for 3 days. All right, that's where Grinbergs can come in. Zupon up, Kane up. There you go. And special teams. England can play a game there. 3 days. What are you going to do for 3 days? Auto assign. And edit lines. Oh, I didn't fix the penalty kill, eh? Yeah. Penalty kill, Grinbergs, you can play a game. Play a game there, Grinbergs. And now he's back. Keith Woodward, thank you. Did Grinbergs even play? He did 1 game. There you go. All right. Swap him back. Blah, blah, blah. And special units. Woodward there. Woodward's back already. Good. No, nothing to do there. Lock, 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 lock. 5-on-5, lock. Okay. Back to your regular scheduled simulation. That was a 5-4 loss against Utah. 2-1 win. We're back in business. All those auto assigns. Yes, yes, yes. I just want to let's see a quick update on these. Are they doing the right ones? McMahon, Berg, Grinbergs, Harris, 120 days left to make my playmaker. There's a bug in the play-by-play run test. My league, 0.25 cents. Oh, interesting. I always go with the max speed anyways. That's interesting. No, Mario Kane. No, I don't want to do Mario Kane for 117 days. But we might have to, actually. There's not many options. Unless Woodward... I mean, Woodward's a defenseman. It wouldn't hurt to get defensive awareness up. That would be just the start of next season. Yeah, sure. Sean Thornton can work on that. Mathieu Turcotte, Korotkov. Yeah, definitely continue with Korotkov. Machine. Okay. Keep on going. 15-5-2. Is that our record? Yeah. 4-2 win, 4-3 win, 4-3 loss. Best lines in the AHL. That was a 5-2 loss also against Winnipeg. Here we go against the team that beat us for the Stanley Cup. Against the Islanders. Here we are against the Islanders. They're 18-8-1. We're 17-7-2. Similar records here. There's Vigo, Bjork, Cripps, Schaefer, Fyodorov. Yes. Very similar shots. First and second. Goals, second and fifth. Goals against fourth and 13th. Penalty kill first and sixth. Points fourth for them, sixth for us. Here we go on Long Island against the reigning Stanley Cup champs. Portobellos versus Islanders. Palermo Portobellos. Let's do it. Who's going to strike first halfway through this first period? Shots even at 8 apiece with 6 minutes to go. Low, relatively low shooting affair. Into the second period now. Power play Isles killed off. They're 0 for 1. We're yet to have a power play. Power play Isles again killed off for a second time. Halfway through this game, still scoreless. Shot 17-15 Islanders. Now tied. Power play Palermo for the first time. Killed off by the Isles. Third power play, 4-on-4. Islanders give up the power play goal. Noam Donash scores his 13th from Woodward. Power play goal to strike first. We're up 1-0. Isles on the power play to start the third period. That's killed off. They're now 0 for 4 in the power play tonight with 15 minutes to go. We're holding on to our 1-goal lead. Islanders power play again. Extended opportunity. Killed off yet once more. 0 for 7 are the Islanders on the power play. Now an 8th chance. 0 for 8 are the Islanders. And we end with a 1-0 shutout victory. 29 save shutout for Colin Ellsworth. And somehow Woodward is the first star and not Noam Donash. But who's taking all these penalties? Can I see this? Hold on. Stats, who's taking all these penalties? Can't sort by penalty minutes. But Dobson, Zupon, Hakanson, Hjort, Carlotti, Krupp with the 4 minutes, Marini. Sheesh. But we win 1-0. Big statement win against the Isles. Let's go to the third and get the next month of updates from our system. Guys like Berg, Lamb, they're ready to jump up. All right, into December now. We'll sim through this game on the road against the Flyers. We're 18-7-2. The Flames are above us, though, in the division. Krupp with 36 points in 27 games. Nickel, 14 goals, 27 points. He's point per game. We still have 4 point per game plus players. Auto sign. 4-2 win against the Flyers. Let's check out the update here in the inbox. Lovic, training complete. Good. Prospect report, we'll see in a moment. And let's see, Krakow +2. Berg is an 83 overall now. This guy needs to be in the NHL. Baranka, 82. Alcanura, 81. That's crazy. How can we not play these guys in the NHL, though? Krakow is 28 points. Lamb, 27. Alcanura. Vitas in the OHL. Rinaldi. Elsner in the ECHL, 39 points in 24 games. Flowers looks pretty good. 3 shutouts from him. Boivin in the KHL. That's crazy. Like, I don't know. Who would get bumped if we were to call up someone like Berg or Baranka? Berg's an 83 overall. He's still growing well in the AHL, though, with a green arrow. Would it be worth it to call him up to just play on the 4th line? I don't know. A 5th round pick. Jacob Berg. The best lines to do anything. Yeah, so Alcanira moves up to the 1st line. Maybe that's at least a good thing. Uskenbev can move to the 2nd line. Alcanira, Berg, and Baranka on the 1st line. Maybe that would be helpful. In the ECHL, no changes there. Man, that is interesting, though. Torquio, what's he up to? Torquio, 4 assists in 17 games. A trooper. A true trooper. Yeah, we'll keep them there. We'll keep them there, but really, really great to see for the future of this team. If we know that, okay, Guerin, Garcia, well, not Garcia, but Guerin and Dobson are probably gone next year. We can't afford that money in the bottom 6. So guys like Berg and Baranka getting the call will be very helpful. 4-2 win, 5-2 loss, 3-1 win, 6-3 win. Would probably be Torquio if we were to bump someone, but I'm fine keeping them there for now, says Hobbsy. Agreed. Ottawa sign. 6-1 win. Ottawa sign. Keep it up. Keep it up. 5-3 win. We are 24-8-2. All-Star game coming up. We'll go see this. 2 more games. 3-0 win and 5-2 win. Amazing. 26-8-2 at the deadline. 44 points from Krupp. You can see in the bottom right. Let's see who made the All-Star game. Western Conference. Who made it in the West? Sorry, looking at stats. In the Western Conference, let's see. Marini, Krupp, Nickel, Woodward, Hjort, 5. We have 5 representatives, and Bergeron, of course, John Bergeron, the best goalie in NHL history at this point. 5 representatives from Palermo here at the All-Star game. Here we go. All right, let's sim it. Actually, I shouldn't have pressed play. Pause, sim. And the West wins 2-1. Hjort scores 1. I don't know. Yeah, the colors keep getting changed, though. Am I crazy? East wins 2-1. Hjort scores 1 goal. That's great. But Bronislav Sulis, the first star from New Jersey. Yeah, him and Bergeron, the 2 best goalies in like NHL history, 99 and 98 overall. They're just going at it every year to try and win the Vezina. So 2-1 win for the East. All right, big game here against Calgary. Rivalry game. Number 1 versus number 2 in the division. Let's go see this one right before Christmas break. Let's see this. All right, right before Christmas break. Early goal from Zane Parrott from Potter and Carlson. 1-0 Calgary. 1-1. Noam Donash is 23rd, turning things around now from Kane and Washington. Noam Donash, he's up to 23 goals and 32 points. Yeah, he needed a little extra ice time, but he's still only playing 18 when he should be getting 20, 22. It's tough with Nickel needing ice time as well. Marini, there's his 300th assist. Hjort scores his 11th from Woodward and Marini. Marini getting his 300th assist. Then Marini scores his 13th of the year from Woodward and Noam Donash. Musty makes it a 3-3 game. Shots, 3 goals on 4 shots for Calgary. What? Shots are 14-5 for Palermo. It's 3-3 through 15 minutes. Actually, it was through like 9 minutes or 8.5. All right, second period shots, 19-10 Palermo, 3-3 game. Here we go. Noam Donash, Hjort, and Marini for us. Parrott, Villeneuve, and Musty for them. Potter scores his 21st, make it 4-3 Calgary now. 4-on-12. I wonder if it's against Gunnarsson in there. Actually, we could check it out. Is that Gunnarsson? No, it's Ellsworth. 4-4 game. Hold on, I'm lagging here. 4-4 game. England, his 4th from, let's say, Hjort. Come on, go back to summary. Come on. You can do it. There you go. From Hjort and Rubric. 4-4 game with 15 minutes to go. Power play Palermo. We're 1 for 5. Now, yeah, sorry, we're 1 for 4. Now we're 1 for 5. Calgary's 0 for 3. Power play again. We're now 1 for 6. 1 for 7. Hey, no, sorry, make it 2 for 7. Woodward, his 10th from Krupp. Will that be enough to win it with 5 minutes to go or 4.5? 2:90 seconds, and Palermo hangs on to the 5-4 victory. Woodward, his 10th of the year, ends up being the winner, and he's the first star with a goal and 2 assists. Goal and assist from Hjort, goal and assist from Noam Donash. Big win, Palermo. That brings us through 37 games now. Sim through Christmas. Great gift for Christmas. Feels good. Auto assign those trainings. World Juniors. Let the game do what it wants for that. No Italians going this year. So 2 from Finland, 1 from Lithuania, 1 Slovakia, 1 Sweden. No Canadians, no Americans, huh? All right, let's go to the new year coming up. A couple more wins, 4-3 win, 4-1 win. We've played 39 games. Let's get to New Year's Day against the Flames. 7-5 win against the Oilers. Whew. Geezer, new goalie, 4-goal let up. Who's Geezer? Are you saying he's old? Is that what you're saying? Marini auto assign. So Marini's done his training. That's awesome. So you're doing Grinbergs. There's still American. There's not many guys you can train there. Marini, is it worth doing another one for Marini? I mean, it's still only like 200 days. Only. It's going to take us to next year. But we could do shooting for 214 days on Marini, I think. We want to take a spot though from Mike Knuble. Maybe we do it with Rob Johnson. That goalie's got to go. Yeah, and what's your suggestion, man? Are you saying that we should trade Ellsworth and have a 75 overall go in instead? We should trade our 91 overall and have a 75 be our starter? I can understand the frustration. We got to think logically here. That goes to 282. No, so we'll keep Marini there. Rob Johnson. Lovick or Kane? Lovick, that's way too long. All right, so back to Kane. Just did our due diligence. DeMello. Keep working with Elsner. He is a sniper, yeah. Okay. McMahon, Berg, blah, blah, blah. Good. Yeah, that's your suggestion? I don't think the... So your suggestion, let me just get this straight. Okay, let me just get this straight. That trade might improve the defense, really. So you're saying Ellsworth with a 908 save percentage, 2.5 goals against average, we should trade him and instead for the rest of the season and into the future, play a 76 overall who has a career 31 goals let in above expected in 14 appearances, a career 5.19 goals against average, and a career 827 save percentage. That will improve the defense, and he will do better than our 91 overall franchise leader. Is that what you're saying? Just want to make sure. And yeah, it'll only be a trade for pick anyways. Okay, so here we go against the Flames. Still 1-2 in the division. No, we're obviously not doing that. I just want to make sure I'm understanding the suggestion properly. All right, here we go against the Flames. We just beat them before Christmas. Now here we are on New Year's Day. Let's do it. Sure. Drop a donation of $1,000 in the PayPal, and it's yours, man. But I'm not going to sabotage the 15 years of this series. It took us years to find a good goalie, and now we're going to just trade him because we feel like it for fun? No. Get a couple of top defensemen. This is a draft to glory, my friend. We can only use players that are drafted. We can't trade for players. We can only trade for picks. It is a draft to glory series. All right, Snuggeroo opens it up. Let's get back to reality here. Hjort, his 12th on the power play from Marini and Noam Donash. Diorio gets one back, but then Nickel ties it with his 22nd from Krupp and Hjort. Goal and assist from Hjort. What a machine he is. Yes, Palermo gets the Winter Classic on New Year's Day here in Calgary. It is blowing snow in Calgary, Alberta. Yes, here into the third period now. Shots 22-17, 2-2 game. Let's do some vibe trades. Yeah. That's going to get us the win here. We were about to win the cup with Ellsworth. Ellsworth got injured, and Gunnarsson blew it for us. What should we do? Let's trade Ellsworth and give Gunnarsson the crease for the next 5 years. 3-3. England is 5th from Guerin and Woodward. Woodward. 5 minutes to go. 5 with a 3-3 tie. Now Parrick puts the Flames up with 2 minutes to go. 4 on 26. And that'll be all she wrote. We lose that one late. No passion. Let's go. Let's just sim. 39-2 is our record. As we move into the month of February in just a moment. Marini with 51 points leading the team right now. Noam Donash with 24 goals. Great to see that. Tough outing, but off we go. Still a very good team. Yes. Absolutely. Still number 1 in the division as well. What's taking so long? All right. Into January. That's why. Auto assign. Dismiss. 4-3 loss. 5-0 win. Canada wins the 2039 World Juniors. Järvinen looked good. 5 points. That's nice. Any changes from Italy here? Italy, no, still nothing. Italy went 3-2. And let's see the updates here as well. Let's see, Lindbergh, Barker, blah, blah, blah. Berg is an 84 overall now. They keep growing like wildfire. Berg, Baranka, Olkanura, Lamb, they're all growing like crazy down there. 84 overall, still playing in the AHL. How long can we keep him down there? How long can these guys stay down there? Down in the AHL, Berg is an 84. Olkanura is an 82. Baranka is an 83. These are NHLers next season. Korotkov's a 79. These guys, yeah, we're seeing some changes next year. I would think Rubric, looking at contracts, Rubric, Dobson, and probably Guerin, just spitballing, would be the 3 who are probably out next year. Harris is a question mark. He's back in 3 days as well. How's Torquio doing? 9 points in 32 games. Yeah, just saying so. But are they still getting good growth in the AHL? Berg still green. Still green. All right. Olkanura still green as well. Baranka still green. Okay. Continuing on now. Back to the calendar. Here in January of 2040. Let's get into February. 4-3 loss. Harris is back now. All right, so Harris will go in. Torquio comes out. Harris is down to an 82 now. The injury didn't help him. Carlotti, Harris, Dobson will be the lineup now. Harris was getting special teams. How's Rubric doing? Won't tell us on the power play. Rubric, 19 points in 44 games. I should have paused the halfway point. I want to do that. I have to keep them there unless we start to scuffle. It's no longer green. Yes, agreed. I don't know if I feel like putting Harris there. Now down to an 83 overall. Why won't it let me click on them? Mark Harris. Down 4 in health. Down 1 in everything else for some reason. Okay. Still the 88 offense, though. We'll try him. Okay, let's keep going. Auto assign. All right, so 4-3 loss, 3-1 win. This guy Tremor always gets hurt. 6-2 win. Nichols out for 2 weeks. Ouch. So this is where Noam Donash is going to get a chance back in the first line. Noam Donash, Marini, Krupp. Second line will be Garcia, Lovic. Carlotti is going to go as the playmaker. And Torquio in on the fourth line. Dobson, Harris, Torquio. Special teams. Rubric can come back. And Krupp can go on the penalty kill. All right. Gives a couple of weeks for Noam Donash to get a chance back in that first line. 4-0 win. Auto assign. Actually, I'm going to also pause 3 months for Skirbeck, who's out in the AHL. Even 4 months, maybe. Ouch. That is brutal. 4 days, blah, blah, blah. 3-2 overtime win, 6-2 win, 5-1 win. Keep it rolling. Auto assign. Let's also stop the sim here for a second. If I could even get there. What a streak. We're on a 9-game win streak. Can I pause, please? Yes. 9-game win streak. 40-11-2 is the record. If we could pause here to update the scouting and put Nickel back in the lineup. But Noam Donash, I'm sure, is loving life back on that first line. If it could stop for us here. It's hard to know when is it lagging and when is it like frozen. I probably did something wrong by trying to make it stop. It's like once per episode we have to close the game. The last autosave might only be the start of January. I mean, the circle is still going on the right side. Do we give it a minute here? When do we just quit? Great. All right. We will pause it. Not pause, we'll just cancel that. I did something wrong, of course. My apologies. All right. Let me close the screen here. Apologies for this. Close the window. It is lagging hardcore. Even just closing the window. I have to like force quit the game. Okay, hang on a sec. But Waddle Waddle, I don't think you're understanding this is a draft to glory. We cannot trade for any other players. You're suggesting that we trade our 91 overall goalie for draft picks and play a 75 overall instead? I don't know what to answer you, man. We're just too powerful. Exactly. That's what it is. All right. Let's try this again. Sadly, I have to go back to January 1st. But so be it. All right. Back to full screen. Please. Thank you. Okay. Is that injury? Is he still injured? No, Nichols. So this universe, Noam Donash doesn't get there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There goes our 9-game win streak. Can we replicate it? Tournaments, yeah, we saw. Harris is back now. Okay, so now I got to redo all of this. This game has it's once per episode. We have to exit the game. I don't understand. So we'll go like that for the lines. Special units. Harris comes back. Lock. Okay. Okay, auto assign, blah, blah, blah. 4-1 win. Come on, that's 3. 7-1, 4-2. Yeah, keep it rolling. That's 6. That's 6 in a row. 6-0. Jordy Murphy out for a month now in this new timeline. 5-1, 2-1, 9 in a row. We restore the 9-game win streak, but then we lose in overtime. Can't make it 10. No! Fractured jaw, Landon Zupon. Out for 2 months. Our captain out for 61 days with a fractured jaw. Oh, no. Oh, no. Landon Zupon out. We'll bring in Rubric. And we'll put in Mario Kane. That is brutal. Landon Zupon out for 2 months with a fractured jaw. in this timeline. 42, 11, and 3 is our record. Similar, pretty much the same as the. No, the game's not frozen. It's just simming over the month. How do I sign? All right, 6-2 win. All right, so we are, yes, 42, 11, and 3. Is that our record? Any more updates here? Krotkov +2. Berg is an 85? Come on. Every month he loves it. Krotkov 81, Berg 85, Alcanura 83, Lamb 80. This is just nuts. This is just nuts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players who are well over point per game plus in the AHL. Marini leads the 3 stars of January. First star with 21 and 15. Woodward's second star of January with 18 and 15. Nuts. All right, and then if we look at the AHL lines, I mean, I would send down Harris and call up Berg. AHL, where am I going? 85 overall Berg. Is it still green for Berg? Yeah, still green. 84 offense, 86 defense, 90 health. Yes, please stay healthy. A centerman with 48 faceoffs, higher than 8. That's nice. Kanyura still green, matching his last season's output with like 30 less games. Krotkov's been a machine as well. I'm loving the future of Palermo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm loving the future of Palermo. I don't think we've ever had this strong of a core in the AHL. That's 5 or 6 solid call-ups for next season. We'll be just fine with the cap situation as well. Okay, speaking of which, I wonder what the contracts look like for next season again. Who's expiring? Hakanson. Yeah, so we're going to have... I mean, we could keep Hakanson and Rubric and all these guys if we want to. Hakanson really wants... I mean, I'll give you the 8 years. No, that's probably too crazy. Okanira, before he gets too good. Man, he wants 7.4 million. What? Okanira, before he gets even better. Let's sign these guys before they keep on growing too high. Between 6.7 and like 6.5. 725 for 2 years on him. And Baranka. These are crazy contracts. Again, keep in mind that in this universe, everything's doubled at $200 million salary cap. 7.5 and 7.1. So let's try 7.35. And we'll see from there. Let's see what those two guys think about that. Yes, both accept. Okay, good. Before they get too good, and then he gets injured. Nice. And Ellsworth out for Waddle. Ellsworth out for a month with a broken thumb. And here's where things start to fall apart. Our captain has a fractured jaw. Our goalie has a broken thumb. And this is where things start to fall apart. Here we go. Thankfully, it's still February. Won't affect the playoffs. 58 days for both of those injuries. I told you. What did you tell me? What did you tell me? We should have traded him for a 3rd-round pick? What are you telling me? You're trying to rage bait me? What is this? I told you you should have traded your Vezina goalie for a 3rd-round pick so you could have played a 70 overall backup. I told you. So now we have $27.9 million in extension. It was a bruised thumb that put him out of the playoffs, right? It was something of a thumb. I don't know if it was a bruise. I think it was a bruised thumb in the playoffs. Now it's a broken thumb. We can't do any trades for players. We can only use players in our organization. Maybe extend Harris before his overall jumps. I'm not convinced. That's true. It will jump if he changes player types. It's true. I'm not convinced that it'll grow, but it might jump with the player type change. Good point. Mark Harris. Let's check out that Jay Gibson guy. I have no idea who that is. All right, 3 years, and then there you go. And then jumps to 10 million between 4.5, 4 point. Okay, so 4.4 for 3 years on Mark Harris, let's say. Who is this guy? Gibson, this goalie. Retired? No. I don't even know what his name is. Rudy? No, not Rudy Gibson. There you go. Jake Gibson, no relation, 29 years old. I don't know how he got called up here. We didn't have him in the organization at all. I mean, do we call up who's in the AHL? We can call up Trummer, who's a 75. Grigor Trummer, who's not really much better. And then Hurst should be starting. David Hurst. I mean, now the AHL needs Trummer. It's a random replacement, yeah. I'm the one who has to believe. You're the guy saying trade the Vezina winner or Vezina guy for peanuts and get a 70 overall guy with 5 goals against average in his career. All right, Gunnarsson, we're looking at you, man. You have a month as the starter. This is February 4th. All right. Thankfully, there's not a lot of games. Oh, look, from the 6th to 21st here. Oh, man, that's going to be great for recovery. Harris accepts. All right, so Gunnarsson's going to play this game against the Senators, and it's a 4-1 win. Yes, I agree with you, Mark. Lots of players going to the World Cup. Look at this. Tons of players going to the World Cup. Love it. That's awesome. Lots of time to recover. Good. A solid like 2-1. Like, hold on. Switzerland wins the 2039 World Cup? What? That is awesome. They hadn't won like anything ever. Who's on Team Switzerland? Switzerland. Oh, Noam Donash, of course. Noam Donash. Olympic break is saving our. Yeah, actually, no, it's not. Or is it the World Cup? Yeah, not the Olympic, but the World Cup. The 8th ranked team in the world. Noam Donash. Who's it? Lars Steiner. Who are these guys? 87 overall, Lars Steiner. 85, Lean Rudy. Congrats to Noam. World Cup gold. World Cup every year. Out. Then here, boom, gold. That is ridiculous. Number 8 in the global ranks. Italy, we hang on 1-2 record. Their goalie got the MVP. Rafael Gassner, 98 overall. That's why. Who are all these random, crazy high overall goalies? Why can't we have these guys? And Ellsworth did grow like crazy. Yeah, we're starting him. We have no one else to start. Gunnarsson is starting. Flavio Di Placido from Montreal. Lars Steiner is a real dude. Was great in the World Juniors. There you go. Awesome. Woodward had 10 points. So Switzerland gold, USA silver, Canada bronze. That is awesome. All right, so now we're down. We cut off what? 1, 2, a couple of weeks of recovery for our guys. Gunnarsson got a 4-1 win, 6-3 win. Let's keep going. Okay, best lines. 4-3 loss. Auto sign there. Actually, I keep forgetting I have to fix up the scouting. Back-to-back losses there. 4-3 loss. Eesh, there you go. 4-3 loss, 5-3 loss, 10-2 loss. Oh, goodness. Let me edit this so I can say just, excuse me, exit. Staff, let's fix up there. There you go. The right guys are getting seen. Gunnarsson, 856 save percentage. 33 more days. Hang on tight. 33 more days. No, it's March 29th. Let's get into the next month to see the next update. Through the deadline we go. Marini with 80 points at the deadline. Nickel, 36 goals. We're 47, 14, and 3. 6 and 4 in our last 10 games. 5-1 win against Minnesota. That's awesome. I believe we have 2 hours left of streaming in the month of March now. 2 hours left of streaming. Got to be careful. But like I said earlier, I might just do like the free trial to get some extra hours for this month. We'll see. 4-3 win. All right. Here in March, final update of growth. Berg is an 86 overall. You have to call him up for the playoffs. Okunira 84. Good. All right. Good growth to end off the year. 77 points in 55 games from Lamb. Berg only has 69 points in 55 games. Do we have to call up the guy? He's an 86 overall. He's higher than anyone in our bottom 6. And he could be our second line center. Berg could be our second line center. Do we have to call him up? I don't know. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? And then we're 39, 13, and 3. And 4, 13 and 4 in the AHL. 46, 9 and 1 in the ECHL. Berg might need that playoff call up. All right. Another 30 days until everyone's healthy. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Rest your thumb, rest your jaw. Englund's out for a week. I'd probably be calling him up, TBH. His growth will be fine in the AHL probably, but it's hard not to play an 86 overall who's just sitting in the barn. 2-1 loss. 3-2 overtime win. 7-5 loss. 3-2 overtime win again. Englund is back. There you go. Put him in goal. Keep on rolling. Good. And there's 2 weeks until they're back. 4-0 loss, 5-1 loss. 51-19 and 4 51-19 and 3. 4 wins away from a new franchise record. Will we do it? 3 losses in a row. Again, if it wasn't for the goaltending, 7-5 win. We're 52-19 and 3. 2 more days of this injury. Come on, let's get them back for April 2nd. 6-5 loss. Are they back? Come on. 6-5 loss. We lost 4 out of 5. 4 and 6 in our last 10 games. Please tell me they're back for this game. We're in the last, 3, 4, 5, 7 games left in the season. We just got to win 2 for a new franchise record as we move into the month of April. There you go. Colin Ellsworth is back. Let's go. Gunnarsson with an .867 save percentage and 3.92 goals against average. We say goodbye. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Yeah, disabled. Swap. Games. Actually, let's turn it off. I don't want Gunnarsson playing at all, really. And Grinbergs, how'd you do? 4 points in 20 games. Nice. Dupont comes back. Lock and lock. Special teams. Dupont goes back here. And Dupont goes back here. And all is well in the world. Hopefully everyone stays healthy. Stay healthy, everybody. Harris back to an 85 overall. Oh, okay, he bounced back. Oh, his play good. Harris changed to a playmaker and jumped from an 82 to an 85 overall. So now here's a huge question moving to the end of the season. That's awesome. Do we put him second line center just to give it a try? Garcia, good season, 40 points in 75 games. Yeah, we'll send him down. I don't think he can be sent down. Extra players are not allowed. Yeah, I know. But he's not even in our system, really. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Do we try Harris at second line center to give it the blue chemistry? Let's end the season like that. Let's try for the chemistry. Who did the worst? 20 points, 11 points. Okay, Englund to the fourth line. Rubric, Garcia, Guerin, Karlalti, Englund, Dobson. Let's try Harris second line with the blue chemistry with Noam Donash and Lovic. And yeah, so let's keep note of this. Actually, let me write this in the chat. So Noam, 37 goals, 32 assists, 69 points. Harris, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. And then Lovic, 25 goals, 30 assists, 55 points. Okay, let's keep note of that and see what happens into the final, whatever, 10 games of the season. No, sorry, 5 or 6 games of the season. How many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left in the season. All right, looking for a new franchise high. Let's do it. Actually, let's end this game here against the Flyers. Yes, welcome back, Dupont. Welcome back, Ellsworth. 4-3 win, tying our franchise high of 53 wins. Can we make it a 54th for a new franchise high? Let's do it. For the first time in franchise history, getting better and better every year. The streak continues. Eventually, we're going to get, we can't get any higher eventually. Garcia, his 20th goal from Woodward and Guerin opens up on the first shot of the game here in Chicago, looking to make franchise history. Rubric from Guerin and Garcia, 2-0, 2 goals on 4 shots against the Blackhawks. Looking to make history. Franchise history, that is. 15 years later, taking that step. The final step, we hope. The final step. 2-1 Zelezny on the power play. 2-1 game power play. Chicago again killed off. Power play again. They're 1 for 3 now. 2-2 game. Hurlburt, JP Hurlburt. There he is. 2-2 game. Quick 2-0 lead, like 6 minutes into the game, but now we're tied at 2 with 3 minutes left in the second. Moving into the third period. Thank you. Rubric's 15th from Kane and Garcia with a minute left puts us back up 3-2. Rubric's second of the game and 15th of the season. Marini, his 42nd on the power play from Woodward and Noam Donash. 4-2 Palermo. 5-2 Noam Donash's 38th from Hakansen and Lovic. Love that. Not assisted by Harris, but that second line getting involved. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. There's Zelezny's 30th. How long is the series going to last? I had said between 20 and 25 years. We'll see at 20 years how we're feeling. But yeah, probably around 20 years, and we'll go from there. 5-4 game. Frondell scores. 6 minutes to go. We're 5 minutes away from a new franchise record. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in franchise history, 54 wins from the Palermo Portobellos. A goal and 2 assists for the first star, Benjamin Garcia. And we are going to try to even get close to 60 into the final games of the season. 54 wins have been achieved. Let's get the last few games done here. Best lines. 4-1 win, 6-0 win, 5-2 win. Keep it rolling. And a 5-4 win, 58-20-3. Didn't someone predict 58 wins? Was that the highest, I think? 58-20-3. Last game of the season. Let's get to 59. Why not? Last game of the season here at home in Palermo. Drink your milk, everybody. Your GM mandated oats, as well as Caleb said on Friday or Saturday stream of the Bruins. Goodness. We had the Red Wings earlier today. Palermo here tonight. Hockey card video up for you tomorrow. And also live again tomorrow night with MLB The Show 26. Diving into franchise mode and seeing how it looks. Mighty Joe, it said 59. No way. Neighbors, hold on. Scores. He doesn't want Mighty Joe to be right, but we do want him to be right. If you just left Tommy in goal, I'm sure my prediction may have come true. Yeah, if it wasn't for Ellsworth getting injured, we definitely would have hit 60 plus, I think. Now just stay healthy for the playoffs, please. That final step being taken, a 58 or 59 win team. Beauchesne makes it 2-0 Edmonton. Where's the offense here? Shots 27-14 in our favor, but we're down 2-0. Power play Palermo. There it is. Garcia scores after the power play expires. 21st from Woodward for his 64th assist, Keith Woodward. Got to go back soon. No problem, Flamecraft. Down by 1 with 10 minutes to go. Power play Palermo. Here's the chance. Yes, it's Nichols' 43rd from Dupont to tie this game. The passion moving into the postseason. From down 2-0, we tie it 2-2. And Marini's 45th of the season. Might that be enough to win it at home in front of the fans? Yes, it is. Harris adds a goal from Dupont and Noam Donach. And Palermo comes back from down 2-0 to win their 59th game of the season. Mighty Joe Maple with a mighty prediction. Dupont 2 assists, and what an end to the year. 4-2 victory to officially end the season with a 59-20-3 record. Wow, wow, wow. Are we number one? Finally, the first President's Trophy in franchise history. Oh, this 15th year has had it all. Our first President's Trophy in franchise history. 59 wins, getting closer and closer to our deficit of goals, which was in the millions, it feels like. Still negative 1,034. Not our best power play in franchise history, but our best penalty kill in franchise history. Not our highest scoring season, but our best goals against, it looks like. What a year. Our first ever Clarence S. Campbell. Sorry, no, we already had that last year. So we have now one Clarence S. Campbell Bowl, one President's Trophy. Now it's time to get that one Stanley Cup, winning the division, the NHL, everything. Looking at the leaders, Marini, eighth in league scoring with 105 points. Really? Who had 118 points was guy Penkin. Schultz, Skortsov, yeah, the Penguins have a lot of guys. Davidov, 109. Okay, it's just that there were ties. But still, Marini. Great season for Marini. Most goals, Penkin had 60 goals. Most assists, Schultz, 79. Still fine by me. Defense, Cripps had 84 points. Woodward was third with 80 points. And goaltending, Sulis, with his 52 wins. Ellsworth had 50 wins, 2.33 goals against average, 915 save percentage. I would hope some Vezina votes, but you got to think that Sulis wins it. 8 shutouts as well to lead the NHL, or to tie the lead for the NHL. 22.37 goals saved. Wait, Sulis with 82 goals saved above expected? What? The highest of his career? No, yeah. 82.5 goals saved above expected for Bronislav's Sulis. That's nuts. Ellsworth has to bring it for the playoffs this year. Yes, he does. But the second best record. Bergeron played a lot as well. But just looking at our scores, Silvano Marini, 45 goals, 60 assists, 105 points. 10 less points in 4 more games than last year. But he scores 9 more goals. New career high in goals from Silvano Marini. Very good. Hildebrand Krupp, 31 goals, 54 assists, 85 points. Noam Donash, 42 goals, 84 points with the less ice time, yes. Nickel, 43 goals. So we had 2 50-plus goal scorers last year. This year we have 3 40-plus goal scorers. All right. Woodward, 80 points. So we had 4 point-per-game plus players. Nickel, 79. Hjort right there at 72. Great year from Hjort. Career high from Hjort, who stayed healthy. And he's been waiting for a season like that. Victor Hjort has been waiting for a season like this, and he finally got it. Well done to Victor Hjort. Lovic, 64 points from him. He scored more in 2 less minutes a couple seasons ago, but still good from Mads Lovic. Garcia, 45. Hakansen, 44. Zupon, 39 in 63. Kane, 29. Shout out to him. Rubric, just 26. Guerin, 23. If the game didn't put Donash on line 2, he scores 60. So close. So, and then down here, these randos, the classics. So let's see. Noam had 37 goals and 32 assists. So once we put Harris there, he scored 5 goals and 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points in like 8 games or something, right? Great from Noam. Harris had 8 goals, 7 assists. He had 2 goals, 6 assists. Point per game, pretty much. And Lovic, 25 and 30. So he scored 3 goals, 6 assists. Yeah, the second line looked good. The second line looked good enough to me. And there you have it. All right. Time for the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the playoffs. We end the season on a 7-game win streak. And in round 1, we face the Dallas Stars, one of our rivals. The Dallas Stars. They went 43, 32, and 7 on the season. 12 more losses than us. Then plus, it depends on regulation versus, overtime and shootout. But let's see their lines here in Dallas for this round 1 matchup. Burmistrov, 88. Melicharik, 91. Yeah, I remember him. Eriksson, 90. 86, 88, 87. Decent lineup. Reshny, Sandin, Wallenius, 88 overall. Sandin, Pelika. Salin, Wallenius, and Sandin Pelika. Bergeron, Mayu, 80 overall. Oh, 88 overall. Andrianov as the goalie. Yeah, it's a good lineup here in Dallas. 89, 87, 86. We are 92, 90, 88. Now, do we call up what's his name from the AHL and replace England? That is a big question. Do we call up Berg? Rank at 84. O'Connor at 84. That's nuts. Noam Donesh is one of the stars of the week. That's nice. Yeah, do we call up one of those guys for this lineup? Berg, 86 overall. Or do we let them play down in the AHL postseason? Who would come out? Dobson's always a playoff performer. Dobson loves the playoffs. 32 points in 54 games in his career. We're going to start like this and see how it goes. All right, so let's do it. Game 1, round 1 here against the Dallas Stars. The year number 15, 2040 postseason starts now. President's Trophy captured. It's the final step. Time for that Stanley Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Who's opening up the scoring here in round 1? Game 1, round 1. Get that like in if you haven't already for some good luck. We went Stanley Cup final last year. Let's win that cup in our 15th season in the NHL. An expansion draft to glory. What a build and what a journey this has been. Through the first period, no scoring, low shooting affair. Shots 11-7 halfway through this game. 12-9 halfway through this game. First goal goes to Larila from Verratti and Gordon. 1-0 Dallas. Here in the second period. If we need a jolt, we call him up. Otherwise, let's ride. Agreed. Zupon, the captain, on the power play from Nickel and Hakanson. So many guys who have been here for so long. Rubric from Hjort and Garcia. Zupon, Rubric, Hakanson. We want them to get that cup, especially Rubric's last season on an original Portobello. Lovic on the power play from Harris and Zupon. 3-1 Palermo now. Into the final period, up by 2. Shots 21-19 for Dallas. We're 2 for 3 on the power play. That's been helping us a lot. Power play Dallas. There's Melichuk with a power play goal to bring the Stars within 1. Still leading in the shots. They're 1 for 3. We're 2 for 3. Stay out of the box, boys. Power play Dallas again. Killed off 5 minutes ago. Stay out of the box in the final 2 minutes. Yes, Rubric was our first ever pick. Big 3-2 victory in game 1. Zupon a goal and an assist, and we'll take it. A 1-0 series lead into game 2. Thank you very much. Straight into game 2. Here we go. Rubric, our first ever selection. Nickel from Hakanson and Marine to open up the scoring in game 2 early. Very nice. 2-0 Noam Donesh on the power play from Hjort. Noam Donesh last year in the postseason. Last year in the playoffs, Noam Donesh scored 12 goals and 22 points in 22 games. 2-0 here as the first period is coming to a close. We're being outshot 12-11. Outshot by 1, but up by 2. Second period now. 1 for 1 on the power play. How was Nickel last year in the playoffs? Nickel last year, 10 goals, 19 points in 22 games. 2-1 now. Reshny from ASP and Carpenter. 2-1 game here with 5 to go in the second period. It's going to be a tight series. Tighter than you would think for the records that these two teams have. Dallas power play killed off their 0 for 3. Into the final 15 minutes of this game is a very slim 1-goal lead here. Power play Palermo and Woodward on the power play from Krupp and Hjort puts us up by 2. Hopefully that's enough. Woodward last year in the playoffs, he had 21 points in 22 games. 3-1 game, and that'll be enough. Thankfully, winning both games at home, 3-1 the final. Ellsworth makes 28 saves to be the first star. Hjort with 2 assists. Big victory to take a 2-0 series lead back to Dallas. And we'll try to end it ASAP here at the American Airlines Center. Stars power play right out of the gate, but we kill it off. 1-0 Nickel, his second in as many games from Krupp and Washington. 1-0 Palermo. Yes. Did we have 1 or 2 sweeps last postseason? I think it was just the 1. Dubuc from Kuhner and Griffin, 1-1. Power play Dallas again. Killed off, and Noam Donesh scores almost shorthanded from Lovic and Hjort. 4 assists already for Hjort through these 3 games, through these 7 periods. Rubric his second, and then Harris his first on the power play. Rubric from Guerin and Hakanson, Harris from Hakanson, and Nickel. 4 assists from Hakansen as well this postseason. Second period up by 3. Will that be enough? A fifth. Rubric completes the hat trick. No kidding. Ryan Rubric. Oh, wait, no. No, it was Nickel the first. I'm sorry. 2 goals from Rubric. No hat trick for him. Let's call it a night. Up by 4. 6-3 the final. Noam Donash from Washington and Lovic. Rubric scores twice. Noam Donash scores twice. Lovic 2 assists. And Andrianov, oh, that's why. They're their 80 overall goalie. 6-3 win and a chance to sweep here in game 4. We have 3 players with 4 points. Hakansen, Nickel, and Hjort. Let's call it a series here in game 4 and get the brooms out for this one. First shot or second shot of the game goes in. Woodward from Nickel. Palermo up 1-0 already here in Dallas. Power play Palermo. Harris from Lovic and Hakansen. Ladies and gentlemen, get those brooms out. I am confident. Power play Dallas 4-on-3. Power play Palermo all back to even strength now. Shots 8-5 Palermo, and we're up 2-0 halfway through the first period. Yes. 2-1 ASP from Melcherik and Mayu gives Dallas some life, but I'm still confident. 3-1 Hjort, his first goal, now 5 points in 4 games for him. His first goal. And Rubric, his 4th from Garcia and Washington, the veteran putting the team on his back. 4 goals from Ryan Rubric. That's crazy. Hjort, 22 points in 22 games last postseason. Yes. 4-1 Ryan Rubric, the 3rd overall pick back in 2026. 1,000 games played. Over 1,000 games played in Palermo. His final run, probably as a Portobello Mushroom. England, another one of our long-term veterans, a draft pick back in 2027, 885 games played as a Portobello, 30-year-old Brock England. Carlalti, speaking of legends, Carlalti, picked back in 2028, 879 games played. A lot of guys who are probably out after this year. Get the brooms out, ladies and gentlemen. Palermo, whoa! 12 won the final. How about that for an exclamation point? We put together 6 more goals in the 3rd period, 6 goals in the first 2 periods, and 6 goals in the 3rd. Noam Donash, Harris, Carlalti, Rubric again, Harris, Rubric, a goal and 3 assists from Hjort, a hat trick and an assist from Mark Harris, 3 points from Keith Woodward. Who else do we have the stats from? 38-28 the shots end in this one. No points from Dobson, no points from Zupon. That is wild. 2 points from England, 2 points Garcia, point from Guerin, Hakansen, 4 points Harris, 4 points Hjort, 3 points Woodward, 2 from Washington, 3 from Rubric. Hat trick from Rubric, not even a star of the game. So 2 separate hat tricks between Rubric and Harris. No points for Marini. What? Fantasy leagues are going crazy. 12-1 win, but 0 points from Marini, Krupp, Zupon. That's nuts. How is that possible? 12-1 Palermo the final, and we're off to round 2. 8 points in 4 games from Victor Hjort. Wow. 6 from Rubric and Harris. 5 from Hakansen, Nickel, Lovic, Woodward. Point per game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 point per game plus players. And Ellsworth, 940 save percentage, 1.75 goals against average, 684 save percentage from their backup goalie, legend. And we are through, ladies and gentlemen, to round 2. So now we can say of the 1, 2, 3, 4, of the 5 times we've made the postseason, 4 out of 5 we made it to the second round or further. That's great to say. We had a lot of time to rest now, exactly what we needed. Into the month of May we go. Exactly what we needed. Let's just hit the save button while we're here. Doesn't hurt. Let's do it, boys. We know we can do this. We know we can do this. I'm going to put even... I'm going to put the link in the Discord server. Let's get some people in here if they aren't already, right? Give me a second here. I just want to throw this in the Discord server. We don't even know who we're playing yet still for round 2. There we go. All right. Still don't know who we're playing. Yeah, big sweep in round 1. It's only round 2. But we've won the President's Trophy. We're 59 wins. We swept the first round. And finally, we have our opponents. All right, we got a lot of rest. That is fantastic. Now we're going to be taking on the 43, 29, and 10 Los Angeles Kings. What do the Kings do? Let's see. So they've been first round or second round, 3 years missing the playoffs in a row. They have a lot that they're going to want to prove, but we're not going to let them. Let's see the lineup from here. Great. Nabokov, Kolnick, Snuggerud on the first line. Cutter, Gauthier on the second line here. Reed, Schaefer still in the NHL. Beckett, Seneca, Denver, Barkey. A lot of real-world players. Isaac Howard, William Eklund. That's nuts. All right. Brant Clark. Watts, former Palermo Portobello, Sean Watts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. Traded him to LA. He got flipped to Washington. Then went back to LA. Interesting. Former Portobello Sean Watts. Still an 83 overall. Morin, 88 overall. They have 2 88 overall goalies, Alvarado and Bodiger. Okay, 87, 87, 89 overall team. Here we go. Game 1, round 2. We are looking good as we continue to try and finish off taking what we have been calling all episode the final step. Dupont, our captain, opens up the scoring early from Harris and Nom Donash. Right away, the captain gets the party going. We've scored early in almost every game here. Nom Donash, his 5th of the postseason on the power play. 5 goals in 5 games from Hjort and Woodward. More points from Victor Hjort, who's just an animal out there. Lovic from Hjort and Woodward. 3-0 Palermo already here, just like 12 minutes in. 5-0 Nickel and Garcia. Call it a night. Call it a night. 7-2 the final. Cam, glad to see that players reproduce like rabbits in every HLM save. Yeah, it's always like that. I don't know. Was there a player who had a child that I didn't catch? 2 goals, 2 assists from Nom Donash, 4 assists from Woodward, 3 assists from Victor Hjort. What a game. And we'll take the first one of this series by a score of 7-2. Did someone have a kid that we missed at the inbox or something? I don't think there are any kids that we missed. I'm sure there's some throughout the year. Every year there's some guys that we miss. Keep the good times rolling. 7-2 victory. 11 points in 5 games from Hjort. That's nuts. Our top 2 scorers are our top 2 defensemen. 7-2 victory in game 1. And now here we go into game 2. Can we get another early goal? One of Ellie's goalies, but I'm sure your team has plenty. Okay, got it. Like a freight train. We allow the first goal for the first time in a while. Cutter Gauthier. How old is this guy now? Cutter Gauthier. 36-year-old Cutter Gauthier. Still an 86 overall. Consistent overall for years now. Cutter Gauthier. Been with the Kings for a long time. Okay, 2-1 now. Harris scored his 6th. Oh, that's crazy, Mark. 6 goals in the playoffs. He's scored 10 goals all year, but 6 goals in the playoffs from Mark Harris. Reed Schaefer somehow in the NHL. Reed Schaefer, there he is. We're down 2-1 in the second period. Power play LA killed off. Come on, we scored 7 goals last game, 12 goals the game before that. Come on now. Reed Schaefer scores his 2nd of the night. Now we're being held to 1. I wonder if they changed goalies. Power play Palermo killed off. We're 0-for-1 on the power play. LA makes it a 4-1 game now. No. Not only are we going to lose, but we're down by 3. Ridiculous. Power play LA, 3rd period. Palermo, get back in this, boys. Nothing. 0-for-2 on the power play. Hold on, Marini, his first power play goal. There it is from Woodward and Krupp. We're down by 2. Still a lot of time left. 15 minutes to go. Let's see another one. Top 6 or even defensemen who have been producing like animals. Power play Palermo killed off, and that'll be all she wrote. This one ends 5-3 the final. Krupp adds one late from Dupont and Nickel. We drop our first game of the postseason, now in a 1-1 series, taking a best-of-5 to Los Angeles. Let's do it. On the road against the Kings for a best-of-5 here in the second round matchup. Holmberg scores early. Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. 2-0 right away. 2 goals on 5 shots. No. So we're going to score like 19 goals in 2 games, and now we're going to get what over the 2 games after that? Nickel, his 4th from Marini and Dupont. Don't let this happen now, boys. There we go. Dupont, his 3rd. Lovic, his 3rd. We're back up 3-2. Nickel, Lovic assisting now. And then a couple more. Sorry, just one more. Yes, just one more. Krupp. So that's 4 unanswered. Krupp, his 2nd from Marini and Hjort. From down 2-0 to up 4-2. Reed Schaefer handing the Bellows a loss. Things I never thought I'd see. Tell me about it. Reed Schaefer. Might not even make the NHL in this universe. 10 minutes to go, 4-2 Palermo. Big jump after allowing 2 goals in the first 5.5 minutes. We get 4 unanswered. Moving into the third period with a 2-goal lead. Can we take a 2-1 series lead now? With 15 minutes left, outshooting the Kings 32-23. Dobson adds one more. The pride of the Northwest Territories from Woodward and Carlalti. 3-goal cushion. Let's call it a night. 6-3 the final. Nickel adds another one. 2 goals and an assist from Nickel. A goal and 2 assists from Dupont. And we'll take a 2-1 series lead moving into Game 4. Here we go. Game 4 in Los Angeles. We're 9-1-0 in our last 10. Is that what it is? Who's going to score early? Yes, it's Lovic. Always that early goal. Noam Donash and Harris getting the assists. Harris could be a big piece for us. I wonder. 1-0 Palermo. 2-0 now. Garcia from Woodward. Benjamin Garcia. What did he do last year in the playoffs? He had 15 points in 22 games last year. Benjamin Garcia. Then Guerin from Hjort and Garcia. Here we go, Bellows. Yes, sir. 3-0 early. Outshooting the Kings. High shooting affair. Almost 20 shots from both sides. 21-16 the shots now for us. 3-0. Benny Garcia, baby. Sean Watts, the former Mushroom from Lesota, and Gauthier. 3-1. Getting the Kings on the board is Sean Watts. 3 years missing the postseason. The Kings are finally here. How deep into the sim are you, Data? This is year 15. So this is a Draft to Glory series. Kolnick makes it a 3-2 game. So it took us 10 years to make the playoffs. After that, years 11, 12, 13, 14, we got better every year. Now 3-3 game. First round exits, second round exits, third round exits, Stanley Cup final last year. And now we're trying to go all the way. We won the President's Trophy this year. Can we win the Stanley Cup now? 3-3 game with 10 minutes to go. Shots are 44-33. Next one might be the winner as the Kings score back-to-back to tie it. Power play LA killed off. Will we see overtime for the first time? And yes, we will. Cagney saying, I feel it this year. Do you feel it? We're feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Let's go. Power play Palermo in overtime, but Reed Schaefer wins it in overtime. It's the 2040 postseason, by the way, Cam. 2040, year 15. The Kings win in overtime to tie this series at 2. What's the problem here? Are we We'll see. We'll see. Let's get game 3 going. Maybe we'll pause to change lines mid-game. Sorry, game 5. 2-2 series, game 5. Who will take a 3-2 series lead? The first shot of the game goes in for the Kings, as per usual. There's always someone. Oilers legend. Yes, Dupont on the power play from Hansen and Harris. Yes. Reed Schaefer is Palermo's kryptonite. Yeah, first it was Mikey Burchild. Now it's Reed Schaefer. Here we go. 1-1. 5 minutes left in the first. I was about to say thank you. Olsen from Barkey and Murashev. Always got to say thank you when your players score. Make them happy. Have you run into issues with ask and cap growth? We're like 7 deep in the can't find a good balance. Harris is 7th from Lovic. Yeah, we have the salary cap now 15 years in is $200 million. Nickel puts us ahead. His 6th from Marini and Woodward. So in year 15, the salary cap is $200 million. So that we have like bottom sixers asking for $8-9 million. Okay, well, like they really that's them making like $4 million. So would a guy making 20 points ask for $4 million? Maybe if he had potential, yeah. So that it's doubled for $8 million. It doesn't even, it's more than double actually, because from like 86 whatever to a 200. So I wouldn't say the issues have been huge. Obviously, there's crazy contracts, but considering the salary cap, it's not that bad. Power play Kings late, big chance for them. We have a humongous penalty kill and win this game 4-2, scoring 3 unanswered from down 2-1. Harris, Nickel, and Noam Donash his 7th. Attaway, Noam. Way to get the insurance. Thank you very much. 2 assists from Marini, goal and assist from Harris, goal from Nickel. Yeah, they have Seneca and Eklund who are out right now. You just let the cap go around and we force it to go stagnant to keep it relatively close to IRL. I let the cap, so the cap's at $200 million, 15 years in the future. I don't find it's that bad. Like our stars are making 17, 18-ish million, and the biggest guys in the league are getting paid, I think, like 27 million. So cut that in, like, hold on a second. If the biggest stars in the league are making like 28 million, so 199 million divided by like 88, let's say, it's 2.26 times that. 2.26, or 28 divided by 2.26. So the guy making 28 million in today's NHL is making 12.5, about a little bit less. So I think I have no problem with the contract. As crazy as they are, I have no problem with them at this point in this HLM sim. All right, so we tied the series was tied, and now winning that game puts us up 3-2, and now a chance to end it in game 6 back in Los Angeles. Don't let them force 7. Of course, the first shot of the game always goes in for somebody. Nabokov from Clark, Kings up 1-0. Don't let them force 7. Let's get to another conference final. That'll be a 3rd consecutive conference final, right? Marini from Krupp and Washington. How does Washington, like an 80 overall 3rd pair guy, have like 7 assists? That's crazy. England from Karalalti, a couple of veterans getting a goal, contributing for that goal right there. 2-1 Palermo from down 1-0. We're now up 3-1. Power play goal from Nome. Krupp and Hjort on the assists. Nome's guy's crazy. Garcia, Benny Garcia, his 3rd from Dupont Hakansen. Washington has been awesome. Yes, he has been. Benny Garcia puts us up by 3 now. We're 1 for 2 on the power play. They're 1 for 1. Power plays have been lethal. And there's a 5th goal for us. Marini, his 3rd from Woodward and Nickel. 5-1 Palermo. And we're up by 4 with a chance to go to the conference final. Benny Garcia, call it a night. 6-1. 8-4 the final. They come back with 3 goals. We get another from Nome. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to the conference final. Woodward 3 assists. Benny Garcia completes the hat trick, but Mark Harris is out for the playoffs. No! Oh, we're through to the conference final, but we lose Mark Harris. Is this where we call up Berg? Head injury, out for 2 months. That's a major injury. Is this where we call up Berg? Yeah, I think it has to be. And he was doing so well. We got to call up Berg. Berg to the NHL. Jacob Berg. Whatever you want to call him. Well, best lines it in the AHL. They're still a crazy strong team anyways. That's a real bummer. Harris was doing super well. He had 13 points in 10 games. So at least we know for next season, hopefully. Berg, do we put him straight into the second line role? No, Garcia, with Benny Garcia just got the hat trick. Maybe 3rd line for Berg. 3rd line for Berg, maybe. Bologna is still in the playoffs. We'll check on that. Special teams, we'll put Rubric there. We'll try Berg at 3rd line center, making his NHL debut. And let's see, the AHL squad. No, got eliminated. What? That's ridiculous. 53, 14, and 5. So it makes sense to call up Berg at least. And the ECHL, again, eliminated. After going 59, 11, and 2. Ridiculous. 3rd line Berg. All right. We got some time to rest at least, but Mark Harris being out really hurts. He was 3rd in team scoring. Yeah, the snipers are nuts. We had 2 50-goal scorers last year and 3 40-goal scorers this year. So Hjort 16 points. That's crazy. Woodward, same thing. Harris had 13 and he's out now. Noam Donash and Nickel are both on 12 points in 10 games. Lovic point per game. Dupont and Garcia both with 9. Actually, Krupp and Marini also with 9. Marini's got to pick it up, man. Silvano Marini, 105 points. We got like no playmakers in the league. There's none in the league. There's no one to get. Hakansen 8. Washington 7. Rubric just 6, all with goals. Karalalti, Guerin, England, Kane. And goaltending, Ellsworth, 2.67 goals against average, 911 save percentage, 8-1-1 record, allowed 1.54 goals above expected. All right, let's rest up and get ready for the conference final here. As we make it to the conference final, sorry, it's not the 3rd year in a row. That is now of the 5 times this team has made the playoffs, we have made it to the conference final or further 3 out of 5 times. That's really something. And we're finally the number 1 team in 39-40. Finally. There's our record in here. All right, who are we facing in the conference final? Let's find out. The Winnipeg Jets, our old friends, the Winnipeg Jets. We lost to them in the last time. So when we lost in the Eastern Conference final, and did we beat them last year? Yes, that's what it was. Now I'm remembering. So in 2037, we lost against them and they won the Stanley Cup. In 2039, we beat them, then we lost the Stanley Cup. And now in 2040, we faced them again 3 conference finals, 3 faceoffs against the Jets. That's crazy. Here against the Winnipeg Jets. Can we see their record? Can we see their history as well? Winnipeg Jets. So, yeah, they were back-to-back Cup champs in 36 and 37. He's one of the best players in the league last couple of seasons. I'll check that in a second. They lost last year in the conference final. They don't want to lose again this year in the conference final. They have the best goalie in the NHL, 98 overall, John Bergeron. Maybe second best to Sulis. But, yeah, John Bergeron, 98 overall. John Bergeron. Who else they have? They have Zhang, 92, Koom, 91, Aram Olsen, 93. Look at their stats here. 15 and 14. 2 points in 2 games. Koom was injured. I see. Aram Olsen, 10 goals, 15 points. Obabaifo, Pitts, LaBelle, Barlow, Sundstrom, Whitelaw, Evert, 90 overall, 88 overall guy here. Yeah, that is quite a lineup for the Winnipeg Jets. Logan Cooley. Let me check him for you. He's retired now, right? Is he? No, he's not. Logan Cooley in this universe. He's still an 86 overall, 36 years old. 1,532 points in 1,313 games. He's been very good. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, round 1, with Berg making his debut. The Jets are 6-4-0 in their last 10 games. They beat the Blues in a 7-game series, right? Yeah. Was it? And then how come the Avalanche was only 3 games? Okay, before that. So they beat the Avs in round 1, and then a 7-game series against the Blues. That's what it is. Okay, I see now. Shots were first, their 5th. Goals were first, their 8th. Goals against, their 2nd, were 3rd. Oliver Kapanen out for 400 days. Oh, I missed that. Well, I saw he was injured. That's a career ender. Power play, their 4th, were 11th. Penalty kill were first, their 2nd. That was over the regular season, though, right? 430-day shoulder injury. All right, game 1 of the 2040 conference final. Our 3rd conference final in 4 years, correct? Here we go, Bellows. Who's going to open this up? We got to beat the Jets. We beat them. They beat us 2 years ago or 3 years ago. We beat them last year. 97 overall Cooley. Not as much production because we have goalies cranked, but not far off. Gotcha. All right, first goal of the series is Coombs from Malatesta and Le Gallic. Okay. Le Gallic. 2-0 LaBelle from Pitts and Obabaifo. Shots are 21-14 for Palermo. We're down 2-0. Thank you. Noam Donash, his 10th from Washington and Garcia. 8 assists from 80 overall Kelly Washington. And now we're within 1 against one of the best goalies in the NHL. We have to. I wonder what his numbers are actually right now. In the, can I see? If I click on him, will I be able to? Yes, John Bergeron. What are his stats right now in the playoffs? This postseason, .949 save percentage and 1.77 goals against average. That's who we're up against here. Oh, goodness. All right, we're only down 2-1. We can still do this. Let's do it, boys. Let's go, Bellows. Yes, Hobbsy. Let's do this. 2-2. Noam Donash, his 2nd. 11th of the postseason and 2nd of the night from Garcia and Lovic. 2-2 game from down 2-0 to a tie game. Can we go ahead now? He's possessed. It's crazy. Obabaifo puts the Jets back up, though, with 7 minutes to go. We need one late against Bergeron here on home ice. Power play Jets. We got to stand in the box. No, we take 2 penalties late. Hold on, we allow 1, but then we score 1. Noam Donash completes the hat trick. Final 2 minutes. Aram Olsen gets a 5th. We finally got goals. We, in the end, score 3, but allow 6. Ah, no, my goat. Scoring the hat trick. All 3 goals coming from Noam Donash. First star of the game. Give the man some help. Come on. Shots end 36-29. Kapanen, 430-day injury. That's nuts. We lose 6-3 in game 1. Getting 3 past Bergeron was already a huge success. We can't be allowing 6. Are you serious? All right. Shake it off. Noam's a legend. Shake it off. Game 2. Quick goal. Rubric, his 7th from Mario Kane. 7 goals, 7 points from the alternate captain here from day 1. Ryan Rubric, our 3rd overall pick back in 2026 or 20, whatever it was. Why does Obabaifo only score against us? Tell me about it. Every postseason. Ellsworth better show up here. I'll boot him right into the Tyrrhenian Sea if he blows it up. Let's do it. 1-1. Aram Olsen, his 12th of the postseason. They have their own scorer there. Aram Olsen, who scored how many this year? Only 37 this year, but 60 last year. Wins the Rocket, then scores 37. Okay. Berg, his first career goal from Guerin and Dupont. Jacob Berg. Our a fifth round pick in 2036 who has grown like crazy. Then Pitts on the power play ties it for Winnipeg. Second period, we got two. We're lucky to have two. If we can get a third, we got to hold them to two. Power play, Winnipeg killed off. They're 1 for 3. We're 0 for 1. 12 minutes to go in the third period. We need that third goal. Jakob Pateri Berg. Tic Tac loves Aki Berg too. Benny Garcia from Woodward and Hewitt. Can that be enough? Please, Benny Garcia. Power play, Palermo. Put it to bed. Palermo wins it. Not sure if we suffer from the same issues, but our sim loves to ride top line, so this could be a toughie. Sometimes it's hard to say for all the time. Benny, let's go. Benny Garcia. And Berg getting his first career goal here in the postseason. 3-2 win. Shots 35-29 in our favor. Huge victory to tie this series at 1. Best of 5 headed to Winnipeg. Ellsworth doing his job finally. All right, he has to keep doing it now. He has to keep doing it. I'm not sure he's playing over in the East, by the way, but let's keep going. Here we go for Game 3. Winner takes a 2-1 series lead in Winnipeg. What is it, the Canada Life Center? Is that what it's called? Against LA, it was always either team scoring early. Now in this series, no one scores super early as much. First period, maybe no goals even? No, Aram Olsen scores his 13th. Of course, he'll score now in the playoffs. Yes, 13th of the year of the postseason from Aram Olsen. Shots tied at 9-20. Second period, there it is. England, one of the veterans from Håkansson. Couple of veterans getting in on it there. 1-1 game. Brock England, thank you very much. Shots 16-12 for the Jets. Both goalies are looking strong here halfway through this game. 2-1, Nickel, his 7th from Washington. Kelly Washington, this guy's crazy. Dishing it like a madman. 2-1 game for Palermo here on the road. Into the final minute of the period. Yes, third period action now. Not a lot of power plays on either side, but there's one for the Jets. Both teams are 0 for 1, 5 minutes into the third. Shots tied at 23, and Palermo's up by 1, but Jiang, with his 7th of the postseason, ties it at 2. Final 10 minutes. It might be next one wins here. 3-2 Pitts with a power play goal from up 2-1. We're now down 3-2. Jets still on the power play. We kill off. No more power plays for Winnipeg. We give them 5 minutes. Hold on, 3-3. It's Woodward. His 3rd from Krupp and Hewitt. Hold on, no power play Winnipeg. Yes, power play Palermo. No! Donash! The pride of Switzerland. The World Cup gold medalist. Julian Gnome Donash. 4-3. Palermo wins it. Oh my goodness. Get in here. Gnome Donash. How does he do it? The king of clutch. Julian Gnome Donash with 8 seconds left. The pride of Switzerland puts us up 2-1 in this series. 4-3 Palermo wins it. What a comeback. 2 goals in the final 3 minutes. And Palermo's up in this series now. Give that man a donut with 8 seconds to go. Captain Klutz. Yes, he absolutely is, Cam. He absolutely is. Gnome Donash, we love this guy. Referees calling penalty after penalty in the third. Come on, put the whistles away. Up 2-1 in the series now. Over in the East, let's see. In the East, it is Tampa versus Toronto. Player leaders, Aram Olsen and Gnome Donash tied with 13 goals each. Hewitt most assists. Woodward's number 2. Just perfection on the Maple Leafs. That's a real deal Primes created player. And Woodward, 20 points, leading the postseason. All right, let's move on. Game 4 now. Up 2-1 in this series. Can we make it 3-1? How many game-winning goals is that? I'm not sure how many for Gnome Donash. Can we see on the player stats screen? Can we see it if we go to Gnome Donash here? Hold on, my cursor's not moving. Come on. Why is my cursor not moving? No, now I went too far. Okay, what's happening? This is really weird. Still 0-0 in the second period. 1-0 Palermo. That was Woodward. I just want to see Gnome Donash, please. Yes. No, you can't see game-winning goals. All right. Okay, please. Oh, this is lagging like crazy. Krupp scores. We're up 2-0. I'll be honest, I forgot there was a couple of creative players sprinkled in there. Yeah, there's a few. Just 2 or 3. Garcia's 7th from Woodward and Nome Donash, and Krupp's 3rd from Woodward and Hjort. We're up 2-0 here in the 3rd period. Keep it up. 3-0 rubric from Hjort. Oh my goodness. 3-0 Palermo. We're 16 minutes away from going up 3-1 in this series. 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. 10 minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Palermo Portobellos are 1 win away from back-to-back Stanley Cup final appearances. Woodward, his 4th from Marini and Krupp. Woodward, a goal and 2 assists tonight. This is Conn Smythe material from Keith Woodward, the man we drafted 3rd overall back in 2033. He has 1 Paul Coffey, 419 points in 571 games in his career. That was definitely the right choice to make for Keith Woodward. 4-0, and Ellsworth, by the way, a 30-save shutout. Goal and 2 assists from Woodward. Goal and an assist from Hildebrand Krupp. Main stat screen should be on there before. Okay. So player stats. No, it doesn't say. Don't see it. Woodward, 23 points in 14 games. A machine. Not human, man. He is a machine. Okay. Game 5. Might have to change it in the visual settings. Let's see. Visual. Skaters. Oh, yeah. Put that on. Game-winning goals. Thank you. So now, yes, game-winning goals. 2 from Nome Donash, 2 from Mark Harris, who's injured now. 2 from Garcia, 2 from Lovic, 1 from Nickel, Krupp, and Marini. Love that. There you go. There you go, Cam. Thanks for highlighting that. All right, with a chance to book our ticket to our 2nd Stanley Cup in franchise history and our 2nd in as many years, Game 5 back in Palermo to eliminate the Winnipeg Jets. Let's do it. Yeah, I knew that was available somewhere. So good to get that involved. Thank you. 5 minutes ago in the first. 0-0, but shots more than double in our favor. 15-7 after 20. Power play Winnipeg. That's killed off. Hang on tight, boys. Yes, it's Benny Garcia again. Benny Garcia from Kelly, Washington. What is going on? We love Kelly, Washington. Marini from Krupp and Hakanson. Just his 4th. Silvano Marini, the Italian in this Italian series. Somehow, some way, an Italian got generated 1st overall. We took him. 95 overall. Silvano Marini from Pistoia. Sundstrom gets 1 back for the Jets, breaking the shutout streak here. Lovic, his 5th from Kane and Garcia. Benny. Bergeron overrated, perhaps, says Cagney. Maybe. Krupp, 4 on 28 now from Nickel and Marini. 3-goal lead into the 3rd period. Shots 28-20 for Palermo. Could this be enough? A 3-goal lead. Power play to put it to bed. Killed off by Winnipeg. They're trying to hang on for everything they have. Power play Jets. Killed off, and that might be the end of them. That might be the last nail in the coffin. That's the ton of fun stats in HLM. Tough part is just trying to understand them. True. 5-1. Guerin puts it to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 2nd time in as many years and the 2nd time in franchise history, the Palermo Portobellos are through to the Stanley Cup final, beating the Jets in back-to-back years as well. Krupp first star. Garcia, Marini, everyone with a goal and an assist. Huge victory. 5-game series. EA could never. Yes. Yes, sir, Palermo. Off to the Stanley Cup final, where we will face the Lightning or the Maple Leafs. We will be facing, let's see, the time has come. We said the final step, and this is it. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, the final step. The final step of the 15 years. And then from years 16 to 20, let's see what we can do after that. Here we go against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It all comes down to this against the Maple Leafs. Through 15 games, Woodward has 24 points, 22 from Hjort, 13 goals and 17 points from Nome Donash. Point per game, Benny Garcia. 14 and 15 from Nickel and Krupp. Marini and Harris with 13. Harris has 13 and 10. Now he's injured. Lovic, 12 and 15. Dupont, Hakanson. Kelly, Washington, 80 overall. 18 points all season. He has 15 points here in the 10 points here in the playoffs. Rubric 8 goals. All right. Guerin 6, Kane 5, England and Karlotti with 4, Dobson with 1, and Berg with 1 goal in his 5 games played. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ellsworth with a 2.58 goals against average, 914 save percentage, 1 shutout, 12-2-1 record, but 0.37 goals allowed above expected. 2 D-men leading in points is wild, and neither is Nathan Landon Dupont. Yes, you're telling me. All right, here we go. The Toronto Maple Leafs, who were a wild card team, the last team to make it in the East. Were they the last team in the NHL to make it in? The last team in the NHL to make it into the playoffs. That is crazy. 42, 38, and 2. They made the Cup final in 2034. No cups for them in this franchise mode series, or in this career mode series so far. And looking at their lineup here. Oh, sorry. Good catch. Thank you. Washington was under them. Thank you. Novotny. Yeah, the Metro must have been brutal. Novotny, Czechmanic, Obsut. There, Gabriel Perrault is alive. Chernyshov. Who else is real? Chernik. This guy, they have 91, 90, Patel and Carols. 88 overall, Sebastian Kosa. 18 and 17 from Novotny. 24 and 17 from Czechmanic. 23 and 17 from Obsut. 4 points from Hackett. That's it. So it's just, in terms of offensive production, it's just their first line. And their goaltending. Kosa, 2.14 goals against average, 931 save percentage. Of course, good old Sebastian Kosa. Did we face him in a different part? No, just we know him well. Carols is real. Yes, he is. Yep. Carols is real. 88, 89, 87 for their rankings. 88, 89, 87. 88, 89, 87. We are 92, 90, 88. To close it out, ladies and gentlemen, we are 4 wins away. 4 wins away from our first Stanley Cup in franchise history 15 years later. Will the final step be taken? It all comes down to this. Hosting the Maple Leafs for Game 1 of the 2040 Stanley Cup Final. Leave a like if you haven't already. Please, for good luck, leave that like and let's do it. Noam Donash with his 14th from Hjort and Woodward. It's 1-0 Palermo. Hjort and Woodward continuing to rack up their points as the top point scorers in this postseason and on this team. Let's go. 1-0 early. 4 more wins and they'll be eating grandma and Nana's meatballs out of the cup. Nana's... what's a meatball again in Italian? I'm blanking. What a start. 2-0. Lovic, his 6th from Noam Donash and Dupont. Starts with a P. Anyways, Nana's meatballs. Let's do it. Vai, ragazzi, vai. Garcia, Benny Garcia from Hakanson and Noam Donash. It's 3-0 Palermo. Vai, ragazzi, vai. Non basta. 3-0, 4-0. 4-0, che gol. Nickel, his 8th from Hjorten Marini. It's 4-0, ladies and gentlemen, in Palermo. The Tifosi are going pazzo. 4-0. 5. It's Hjort from Marini and Hakanson. What a statement in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Popette, grazie. Popette, grazie. Yes, the meatballs. 5-0. Colin Ellsworth with a Stanley Cup Final shutout. Noam Donash a goal and 2 assists. Hjort a goal and 2 assists. We win 5-0. Popette, grazie. Yes. Up 1-0. Is that our first lead in the Stanley Cup Final? Because last year we lost in 5 games. I don't know if we ever led. 1-0 Stanley Cup Final lead. What did the Maple Leafs do as well earlier on? So the Maple Leafs beat the 1 seed Sulis and the 1 seed Devils in 6. Then they swept the 53-win 2 seed Islanders in 4. Then a 7-game series against the Lightning. Oh, my goodness. No one with yet another game-winning goal, even if it was in the first period. Yes, good point there. Noam Donash, his 3rd game-winning goal. 25 points from Hjort and Woodward through 16 games. Noam Donash with 20. Here we go for Game 2. Game 2. Let's keep it rolling. Same momentum, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it, boys. Vai, ragazzi. Vai. Hjort has turned into a beast. Could grab the Conn Smythe at this rate. Yes, he has. Fully healthy Victor Hjort has been something else. And he's our He's probably is he our best player? Noam Donash, his 15th from Krupp and Woodward. Oh my goodness. Is he our best player who's not like a top 3 pick? Because then there's Krupp, yes, but he's not as good, I'd say. England and then Krupp on cue. England from Zupon Hakanson, Krupp from Nickel and Marini. Plus 20 in the playoffs. I love it. Yeah, Hjort, he was what, like the 14th overall pick or something? Woodward, his 5th from Marini and Krupp. We've outscored the Maple Leafs 9-0 so far, shutting them out through 5 periods. Krupp hurt us there, yes. Hjort has been dynamite. 4-1. First goal of the series. Czechmanic from Perfection and Obsut. Real Deal Prime's creative player, just perfection. 4-1 game into the final 8 minutes. I'd give Ellsworth a shout there. Yeah, good point. So Ellsworth and Hjort. I don't think Hjort was a top 5 guy. Oh, you know what? I think he was. I'm thinking of Ahonen. 4-1 Palermo victory. Krupp with a goal and 2 assists. Morano 2 assists. Woodward a goal and an assist. And we win both games at home to go up 2-0 in this series. Let me see here. Hjort was the 5th overall pick. So a guy who wasn't top 3, but still a 5th overall pick, a top 5 pick. Hjort was a top 5 pick. We could have taken George, and he's been crazy. Oof, brutal. Depth potential, Jormaka. I'm thinking of Ahonen, who grew like crazy. Pekka Ahonen, who grew to a 90 overall. We drafted him 16th overall. He's in Ottawa now. Yeah, it's probably Ellsworth is our best player outside of the top 5. But Hjort's our best out of the top 3, maybe. Yes, we traded down from 1st overall. That's the Tep draft. You know what? I was just looking at this before the stream started. I don't regret Liam Tep, not taking Liam Tep. Yes, he's been very good. But a center with 7 faceoffs, so he's a winger. Yes, he's been good. But he's not been like Marini 100-plus points. He's been an 80-point guy, which is still very good. Don't get me wrong. He's been an 80-point guy. And look at his injury history. He's making $22 million. Look at his injury. He's had 3 concussions. He's had a bunch of injuries of 2, 3, 4 months plus. So he was too injury prone. We didn't take him. I'm glad we didn't. He still would have been good, but I prefer the direction we went in. Yeah, if he leads us to a cup, that's great as well. All right, so up 2-0 in this series. Into game 3 in Toronto. All the Italians coming from, what's that place in Toronto? Something Wood. What's that place in Toronto where it's all the Italians? Woodbridge, Ontario. Yes, he didn't have that franchise potential, probably due to injuries. Yeah, that's why we didn't say okay, he's gonna be a bust. Let's not take him. But we said he's a bit scary. Let's trade down and we got a bunch of picks back in return. Young, so Dobson opens up the scoring for us. Dobson opens up the scoring. The pride of the Northwest Territories, Roland Dobson from England. Then Young gets one from Schrammel and Volkanov. 1-1 game. Can we go one win away from the cup? Power play Toronto killed off. Into the 3rd period. 1-1 game. Next one might be the winner. 2-1 Volkanov. Do we have an answer back with 16 minutes to go? Or will Sebastian Acosta close the door? Sebastian Closa. Will he close the door? 3-1 Heward. That might be it. As they're back on home ice and they're wanting to win a cup. First since from 1967 to 2040. They still won it. We're down by 2. Not over yet. Power play. There's Hjort. Hjort, his 3rd from Marini and Noam Donash. We're not done yet. Let's go with 5:44 to go. We still have a chance here in the final minute, but we give up a power play. And Czechmanic scores his 14th as Toronto will win 4 to the final. All right, so we give Toronto a game. That just gives us a chance to win the cup in game 5 back at home. That's fine. So, yeah, let's see the trade in the end. So it was Tep, and we got the picks for who in return. It doesn't show the history of the pick, eh? Oh, that's too bad. It doesn't show that if you trade the pick that became them. Oh, I wish we could see what we traded. Someone have to go back in the archives. Could someone, if someone wants to, no pressure, go back to the 2031 season episode and see what we traded. And we could look at what else we got. Was it just other picks in this draft? No, I think it was picks. Could it be those picks in 2032? Hold on, maybe I remember. Was that an extra pick in 2032? Could it be we got Heckel? We got Grinbergs and then Heckel, who ended up being a bum? You should be able to see it in the trade history. Or maybe in the franchise trade history, because the player trade history is none because it was the pick. You should be able to click the trade and it should say who was taken. Because you can't click the trade here. Where would we click the trade? Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Where would trade history be if not on the player's page? League? No. Draft history? 2031 draft? Can you click on? No. Doesn't work like that, eh? Son, Alfred Hjort. Going to be a machine. It's up further? There is. Okay, hold on. Roster management. Really? Roster management, then what? Depth chart? No. 2031 first and second. 2032 first and second. 2032 below roster. Hey, what's wrong with me? It's below roster trade. What is wrong with me? It was right there the whole time. Thank you, Hobbsy. But we found it. What is wrong with me? Right under. I wasn't even overlooking it. I wasn't even looking at it. I wasn't even looking on the left side of the screen. I was looking at the middle of my screen saying, where is it? I didn't overlook it. I completely missed it. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so that was a crazy haul. Okay, so we turned Tep into Hjort, Gurin, Heckel, Gunnarsson, and Bucco. Gurin is a guy for us in the NHL, 84 overall. That's good. Heckel ended up being a part of the Marini, not the Marini trade, but the Marini pick trade to pick up Marini. So we used Heckel to get the pick to get Marini. Gunnarsson's been our backup goalie, and Bucco was a bust with minor league potential now. Tommy Legend. So in the end, I don't mind that trade. Even if it was just for Hjort, I wouldn't really mind it. But we got a bottom six guy, a piece who was a part of the Marini trade, and our backup goalie. Sure, I think it worked out. Although the value wasn't crazy as we thought it would be for 2 firsts and 3 seconds, I think it worked out okay. All right, so a 2-1 series lead. Let's win this one on the road in Toronto and try to end it back in Palermo. Don't let them back in this series. We saw what they did to New Jersey and to the Islanders, the reigning Cup champs. Woodward, his 6th from Hjort and Marini. Don't let them back in this series. Let's make it a 3-1 series back to Palermo, not 2-2. When's EA going to add this feature? Maybe I heard actually it could be NHL 34, I think. Never. Yeah. MLB The Show 26, franchise mode deep dive tomorrow night, by the way, live on the channel. Krupp, his 6th from Marini and Hakanson. So live tonight. We had Red Wings earlier today, live tonight. Hockey card upload tomorrow, plus a live stream in the evening. Perrault scores for the Maple Leafs to bring them within 1. Shots are 25-20 Palermo. Power play Maple Leafs to end the period, and going into the third, we kill it off. Up by 1 here in the third period. The Maple Leafs know that they need to push hard, but we are holding on, and adding one more would go a long way here. But Czechmanek scores his 15th, and it's a 2-2 game. Shot tied at 28. Who's going to be the hero here with under 10 to go? Final 5 minutes. Who's going to be the hero for either side? Will it be a 2-2 series, or can we take a 3-1? Off to overtime. Palermo wins, and Palermo scores, and we're up 3-1. Toronto scores, and it's a 2-2 series, best of 3. Come on, boys, here in overtime. Power play Maple Leafs, killed off power play Palermo. Yes, Gnome Donash! Julian Gnome Donash! Who else but the Swiss Gnome himself? The 16th goal of his postseason from Garcia and Washington. Come on, Gnome, answering the call. Come on, Gnome. There you go. Gnome Donash, get in here. Palermo wins 3-2 in overtime. Ellsworth makes 37 saves. Kosa, not enough. 2 assists from Marini. And does that count as me calling it? Yes. And the Portobellos are now 1 win away, ladies and gentlemen, from Lord Stanley. Hold on. How many? That's 4 game-winning goals. Hold on a second. I got to show you something. The graphic that, who made this? Fintan? Hold on a second. I got to show you this graphic that Fintan, that someone made. No, it was Flamecraft, right? Hold on, I got to show you this. One sec. Present. Yeah, let me stop sharing that screen and share this screen instead. Do you guys hear my water softener? It's going crazy. Hey, and then I start sharing the same screen. Stop. Share. Now it's done. Discord. Okay. Here it is. Gnome. There he is. I love it, Flamecraft. Yes, Gnome, Data 72 Hall of Famer automatically. We hope so, Mark. That's one tasty gnome. Jelly gnome Danish. I love it. Just for the Portobello jersey that we buy, what jersey does he wear? Yes, thank you, Flamecraft. I love it. We got to get more fan art going. Got to be like 2BC. All right, so now, let me just get a full screen of that. Yes. So now, I'll stop sharing this one and go back to sharing Palermo here. All right. Gnome Donash, what number is he? Is he 25? Yes, he is. Number 25. Let me get this back up to full screen. Full screen. All right, yes. Let's save while we're here, by the way. Whoa, things are laggy, so let's try and save it here. All right. I'm wondering where Gnome's 16 goals ranks among Data 72 playoff performances. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Game 5 of the 2040 Stanley Cup Final, ladies and gentlemen. A bargain at $14 million. Yes, there's like 45 minutes left in streaming for the month of March. But I don't think they cut you off if you start the stream. So hopefully we can get one more stream in. First ballot Data 72 Hall of Famer. Does he go in the HLM wing? We have an NHL, HLM, and then MLB wing, perhaps? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5. 15 years later, we are one win away from the Stanley Cup. The final step. Very aptly titled, correct? Here we go. First period, leaning back in the chair. First period action. All these guys have been waiting years, but is he better than Kultaspakov? Great question. 1-0 Gabe Perreault early. His 7th from Sabrin. Finally caught up. Love to see the bird growth. Yes, dog. You love it. Englund, his 5th from Hjort and Karalalti. And the builder category, Mark and Turby. Yes. First ballot. Into the second period we go now. Second period. All these veterans want things are lagging a bit here. Noam Donash, his 17th goal from Marini and Woodward. We lead by 1. Englund, Zupon, Rubric, Karalalti, all these legends who are so close. Chernyshov ties it at 4. Sorry, his 4th ties it at 2. 7 minutes to go in the second period. 21-18 the shots. There's Guerin's 3rd. Part of that Marini, Hjort trade as well. From Hjort and Berg, his 1st assist. A goal and assist now for him. Gnome's crazy. Third period, here we go. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Into the final moments here. 10 minutes to go. I want to pause it, but it won't let me pause. I can't pause it. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes to go. Is this the moment? 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the Palermo Portobellos are your 2040 Stanley Cup champions. 15 years later, in the draft to glory, we've done it. Guerin gets the game-winning goal. Part of that TEP trade, the first overall trade way back when, sending Rubric off into the sunset with his Stanley Cup. The captain, Landon Dupont, raises it, gives it to Rubric, gives it to Hakansen, gives it to Englund. Oh, yes, Stanley Cup champions. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. 15 years later, 13 streams. The draft to glory has finally yielded a Stanley Cup. Hjort 2 assists. Who's your Conn Smythe winner? We'll talk about it in a moment. But we win on home ice. Forza Italia in Palermo, winning a Stanley Cup. Wow. We did it. In those 20 games, Victor Hjort scores 29 points. Between him and Woodward, same amounts of points, same plus minus, same ice time average. That's a tough call. Woodward and Hjort, both monsters. Noam Donash, 17 goals, 24 points, 4 game-winning goals. Marini 21 in 20. Check out the disc. Okay, I will do. Krupp 18 points in 20 games. Garcia 17. Nichols 16. Hakanson. William Hakanson, our first random of growth guy, a third round pick in 2026, who has become a fixture in Palermo. 32 years old now. 961 games played as a Portobello. Lovic 13. Harris 13 and 10. Zupon 12 points. He wins his Stanley Cup at 31 years of age, 989 games played as a Portobello. If this will go back here, come on. Things are lagging pretty bad here now. Come on, thank you. Kelly Washington, 11 assists. Ryan Rubrick with 8 goals. 1,037 games played in Palermo. 32 years old, third overall pick in 2026. Finally gets his Stanley Cup. Finally. I keep not being able to do that. Brock Englund, 7 points. Another one from the 2026 draft. Sorry, 2027. Second round pick in 2027. 885 games played in Palermo. 30 years old. Brock Englund. Gurin, then Karalalti from that 2028 draft. The third overall pick. Busted a little bit, but still 476 points. He was a 70, 60-point guy at times, but he's really fallen off. Still gets his Stanley Cup finally. 4th all-time in games played, 6th all-time in assists in franchise history. Hjort probably wins the Conn Smythe, but Nome is my winner. 17 goals, 4 game winners, huge goals that weren't game-winning goals as well. Yeah, we'll see what the game does. Kane, Dobson, and Berg, 2 points in his 10 games. Colin Ellsworth, 2.37 goals against average, 920 save percentage, 2 shutouts, 3.2 goals saved above expected, and a 16-3-1 record. Old man friends. Ellsworth, who was a 4th round pick in 2027. What a career. 49th in shutouts in NHL history. Oh, that's cool. What a career he's been putting together here. Colin Ellsworth. Stanley Cup champions, ladies and gentlemen. And now, here, we'll go see what Flamecraft put in the Discord server. Stop sharing this. Ellsworth, yeah, he's 31 now. Let's see in the Discord server. Oh, yes. Yes, this is amazing. This is what we need for the merch. Stanley Cup champions, Dupont, Nome, Donash, and Marini. This is crazy. What a graphic. I love this Flamecraft. Stanley Cup champions, baby. 2040. Palermo Portobellos. This is beautiful. If there would be a way to get one more, if you put Nome Donash's name up here, I'd probably say that the name you'd want to see is, you'd probably want to see Hjort, and there's so many good players you could put there, but this is perfectly fine. Oh, I love it. I need to print that out and make it, put that on my wall. Oh, incredible. Thank you for doing that, Flamecraft. Let's go back to this. Stop the screen. Hjort or Ellsworth? Yeah, probably Ellsworth even. And let's into the awards and call it a season. But now it is really lagging. There. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Let me make this full screen, but I'm having a really hard time moving my cursor. Full screen. There you go. 2040. The Palermo Portobellos have clinched the Stanley Cup for the 2040 season, marking their first-time victory. Join us in congratulating them on this incredible victory. Here's to a remarkable season and outstanding performances that led to this historic win. Oh, yes, Palermo. Belleville in the AHL. Yeah, it is really lagging now. It is really lagging. Your computer can't handle the excellence of the Bellows. Yes. Next step, Dynasty. Yes, sir. Hope you've saved recently. Okay, I saved a game at the last game, but let me save right now. Slow cursor is always the death of my sim. Okay, I've seen it all. Thank you. Wichita. Can I go to stats even? Can I not leave this graphic? There we go. Okay, and now it's going to be, now it all happens quickly. So there's the playoff tree on your right. Most goals was Noam Donash. Most assists was Hjort. Most points was Hjort as well, tied with actually Woodward, right? Sure, I'll send you a pic as soon as the stream is done, which will be momentarily. I'll send you a picture of Hjort's face. We'll see who wins the Conn Smythe as well. If it'll let me out of the screen. Yeah, things are going crazy slow now. Maybe I should save and exit the file even. Oh, man. We did it. We did it. We did it. 15 years. The amounts of pain we went through. 10 years of no playoffs. Advanced Dave? What's like? What do I have to press here? What can get me out of the screen? Oh, no. What can I do here? Oh, boy. We close it at least once per episode. Do I have to close it again? We already know we're Stanley Cup champions. Nothing changes about that, but it might change the point production. Yeah, I'm pressing the upper left. It's not letting me. Clicking it, nothing's happening. HLM, yeah, very difficult draft to glory. Probably just press it once and wait it out. I've pressed it 20 times. I want to see the awards before we go. Antonio Strange is still down there in the AHL. Joshua Roy in Belleville as well. Yeah, then we'll save. We'll save as soon as we can. I saved right before the last game. But it's just that we'll whatever. We know we're going to win the cup, but I don't want to mess up point production. That might change how the Conn Smythe gets awarded. Yeah, we're stuck here. Can I go to somewhere else like Belleville or no? Well, let me go anywhere. Yet again, having to close this the game. For some reason, I can only click on the NHL logo. Oh, no. Then I can't even move the cursor. That works. Last try. No. Okay. The cursor's moving fine now. Okay, let's call it there. Give me a quick moment. Hey, if I can even close the page. Assuming we can get these awards, it'll probably be the D-Man listed second since he had more goals. Yeah, we will get to the awards. Just got to back out here. Okay, let me just quit the whole thing. Whew, now my cursor can move again. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. June. Hey, I'm going to go back to June 24th, 2026. So June 12th was the last one. So whatever, win the cup, but the point production might be a little messed up now. Sorry that happened, but what are you going to do? We have to go through this again? No. Auto. Sorry, it said June 12th. Yeah. Auto save. Sorry, that was a close one. Almost snapped. No, we have the save on June 12th. Woo, that was a close one. Load for June 12th, not auto save for May, whatever. Too bad it's not pink. I had to change the colors after this in the beginning, but it still kept these original colors as the background. All right. And 3-2 win in this universe. All right. Woodward has more points in this universe now. 30 points. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Here we go for the awards. All right, awards time. Let's see what awards we win. There's definitely a few that we're interested in seeing. 2040 Heart Trophy for Demidov. Between Demidov looking for his 4th heart, Sulis looking for his 2nd heart, and Penkin trying for his 1st heart. 60 goals, 118 points. Could be him. 2040 heart goes to Bronislav Sulis, his 2nd heart trophy. Is that the first goalie in NHL history to win 2 hearts? Conn Smythe between Noam Donash with it. Yeah, in this universe, 17 goals. Yeah. Hjort, 28 points, and Woodward, 30 points. The Conn Smythe goes to Keith Woodward with his 30 points. I don't mind that. Art Ross, we already know that's going to, what's his name? Hasek he has 2 hearts. Could it be Hasek? Schultz, Penkin, and Skvortsov. That goes to Penkin. Penkin wins the Art Ross. The Calder Memorial Trophy between Risanen in Anaheim, 41 points. Dubuque in Dallas, 49 points. And Petrenko, 44 points in Seattle. Crash gave Woodward the Conn Smythe. Dubuque, Hugh Dubuque in Dallas. Rocket Richard. It was meant to be. Kazda with 54 goals. Louis Oscar Hollowaychuk with 52 goals. And Penkin 60 goals. Yeah, there's his first Rocket. Can you also send Woodward's face after? You got so Woodward and Hjort's faces. The Adam Oates Trophy, most assists. Demidov with 70 assists. Schultz with 80 assists. And Weaver with 72. So Maddox Schultz wins his first Adam Oates. So Hasek has 2. So Hasek and Sulis, now the only 2 goalies in NHL history with 2 Hart trophies, I believe. Silvano Marini going for his 3rd Selke, or 4th. I forgot if the game messed that up. Mikey Burchild and Harry Archer. Is it another Selke for Silvano Marini? Yes, it is. Yet another Selke trophy. The first probably player in Data 72 history to win more than 1 Selke. Everyone else, Gnome, he was always getting it. Yeah, he's probably always going to get it anyways. Paul Coffey, best offensive defenseman, I think is Brock Cripps, right? Yes, then Schaefer and Woodward. Marini, unreal. So Paul Coffey goes to Brock Cripps. James Norris, though, I wonder. Between Brad Aguiar, okay, Brock Cripps, and Matthew Schaefer, who's a 3-time Norris winner. James Norris goes to Matthew Schaefer, winning his 4th Norris trophy. Vezina between Angelo Hillier, John Bergeron with 3 Vezinas, and Sulis with 2 Vezinas. Gotta be Sulis. Sulis, his 3rd Vezina, his 2nd Hart. That's crazy. And the Jack Adams between André Tourigny. He won it last year, didn't he? Or was he just a nominee last year? Sometimes the game messes that up. Come on, Tourigny. Hey, Morgan Klimchuk. Why? And that's that for the awards. Then the AHL awards. Stanley Cup champions, Palermo Portobellos. Switzerland winning the World Cup. Crazy. Yeah, I believe he did win it last year. That's odd. All right. So then now retirements. Career-ending injuries. Yeah, Kapanen, Kak, all these guys. So Dahlin, Makar, Jack Hughes, huge retirements in the NHL. And now to the draft lottery. Salary cap up to $214 million? The salary cap is jumping by like $15 million. What? Draft lottery. Let's see it. Draft lottery. No surprises yet. Oh, there's a couple of jumps. Pittsburgh jumps 4. LA jumps 4th. It says thank you, Minnesota. And then a bunch of teams that drop 2 spots. Pittsburgh is such a good team. How do they have the first overall pick? Or such a high pick anyways. And then here we get to the draft. Staff. Yeah, okay, so I'll do the staff at the beginning of next episode. And now here we are at the draft. So next season, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the journey to go back to back, we will have what, like 8 million for Hakanson, Rubric, 8 million. We can probably only keep 1, if even that. But we have a lot of guys we could be trading out. If we look at our whole team, sort by dollar amount, and we say a guy like Guerin could go out at 9.5 million. Dobson at 7.25 probably has to go. Yeah, we need, because we have guys who are growing. Looking at the forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That leaves Harris as an extra guy. So I would think Guerin is out at 9.5 million. Carlalti might just be there for the vibes. Dobson's got to go. Torquio's got to stay for the vibes. But yeah, I think at minimum, you have Guerin and Dobson out, leaving you with, those 32 plus guys. Regression hits hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If Rubric out 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12. So yeah, Rubric probably gone too. Rubric, Guerin, and Dobson all out at the draft. And then we'll be fine money-wise and positionally. Positions we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing as before, just that Hansen needs a contract. Yeah, that'll be the plan, I believe. And hopefully more growth from our goalies. Maybe. Maybe. That'll be our plan for the offseason, ladies and gentlemen. Leave any and all of your thoughts in the comments down below or over in the Discord server, link in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, we took that final step. Stanley Cup champions in year number 15. What a feeling it is. Now, will we hit 60 wins next season? Sneaky trick for older studs. They drop extremely slow as long as they're producing. So we give them long-term deals without much issue. Just health concerns. Gotcha. Fair enough. Yeah, Hansen can stay for 1 or 2 years. Plus, we need still some help on defense. So there you go. The banners, the 2040 banner goes up. Love it. Stanley Cup President's Trophy, 2 Clarence S. Campbell Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. What a fun stream it was. 3 hours, but Stanley Cup champions. Thanks for being here, for enjoying the ride, and we'll be back again next week with year number 16 as we continue towards our 20-year or so series. So live again tomorrow. Don't forget, MLB The Show 26 comes out tomorrow, and we'll be live around 7 p.m. Eastern, maybe closer to 8 p.m. Eastern, not sure. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Can't wait. And we'll be looking into the franchise mode deep dive. So thanks for being here, everybody. Much love to you all. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe as you'll be notified, and hit the bell. You'll be notified for all of our uploads live 3 times a week. Red Wings franchise mode came out earlier today. Don't forget to miss out to check out that episode. That was a crazy one in the second half of year number 7. Much love to everybody. We are Stanley Cup champs. Let me know what you're doing with your day with the cup, and we'll see you in the next one as we continue on into year number 16. All right. Forza Palermo, and siamo campioni. Siamo campioni. Campione del mondo. Buonasera a tutti.